Welcome, everyone. Bienvenidos sean todos al episodio número 8 to episode 8 of What We Watch, where weekly we dive into a movie and break it down from start to finish. This is week number 8 already, and this week we hit a completely different style or genre of movie to what we were coming accustomed to. This week we talk about Quentin Tarantino's Death Proof, which is slasher dash gore type of movie. It could fall into that genre, even though there's not a lot of gore or slashing,
There's a little bit.
but it shouldn't be considered one. Uh, like it shouldn't be considered compared to what
Yeah, compared to
slashers
others.
and what
Yeah.
those type of
Yeah, it's
gore
not
type
like
of
a
movie.
chainsaw massacre.
It's not like Machete.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
Like to Quentin Tarantino's Death Proof. With this being said, ladies and gents, help me welcome my co-host, Lorenzo. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Blessed to be here another day with you guys. Thank you very much for having me again. A little tired, but with all the spirit.
That's cool. That's cool. Just got out of work.
Yeah, just got out of work, man. A little hectic. Going with a different schedule. And hence why I was tardy today. It was my fault, guys, again. God damn it. Gotta be fucking
Platica,
Mexican.
platícale la historia, güey.
Oh, que la chingada. Ay,
Platícale la historia, güey.
no, bueno, pues. So,
Ya, desahógate. Tienes 5 minutos
okay.
para desahogarte, güey.
So my mom wanted to use a truck, and I said, okay, go ahead and use it. And I asked her if she wanted to take the spare key. No, she wanted to take mine. Okay. I was like, fine, just leave it there whenever you're done with it. And of course, she does her thing while I'm at work, and she lets me know, hey, I just dropped off the truck. It's at work. I left you the keys in the middle console. Well, I get out like around 7 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm ready to go home, take a shower, boom, get changed real quick, and come over here. And lo and behold, I get to the truck, and all four freaking doors were locked. All windows are up, even the sunroof and the back window, they're all up. He was there. I go, spending like about 20 minutes trying to open up the door, but finally got it open, um, without having to pay for a locksmith, and made it safe back. So yeah, that's how my day went. But con todas las ganas de todos modos.
That was the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Lo bueno que you didn't have it in your mind all day, güey.
Huh?
Because imagine knowing that you had left your keys. Like imagine if you had left your keys there in the morning and all day that was in the back of your head.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that would have been a badass day, huh?
Yeah, whatever.
So this movie, which we're talking about, is Death Proof.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed that at the top it said Grindhouse.
Yeah, Grindhouse.
Grindhouse. I'm sorry. Okay, so Grindhouse. There's two things that Grindhouse is. Grindhouse is the original film.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So, the film was originally released theatrically as part of Grindhouse 2007, a double feature that combined Death Proof with Quentin Tarantino's Death Proof with Robert Rodriguez's Planet Terror. So it's two movies. It's a double feature film.
Yeah, it's a double feature.
But it counted as one. So it was two films in one. Because Grindhouse underperformed at the domestic box office, Death Proof was released as a standalone feature in other countries and on home media. It received mostly positive reviews for its stunt sequences and tribute to exploitation cinema. Exploitation cinema was one of those cinemas que like they would bid, like entre más gente iba, más caro vendían el boleto también.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah, that was. Like
you said, exploitation cinema.
Yeah. So there's cinemas that are called exploitation cinemas, de que son grindhouse cinemas. So grindhouse cinemas are theaters that were very popular in the 60s and 70s, pero nomás pasaban gore, action, slasher type of films. Like how could I explain it to you? Like over the top type of movies. Like something that only adults would go to. It wasn't a porn.
Yeah, it wasn't porn, but it was.
Yeah, but it was very heavily influenced by like deaths and like killing and shit like that. Like that type of action, that type of film. So those were grindhouse cinemas. Now there was different types of grindhouse cinemas. Que entre más popular estuviera la película, pones if the movie sold out the first showing, then the next showing the tickets would go up in price because more people wanted to see it. So there was two types. So they based these movies based off of that. Okay. Now, in the theater, or not in the theater. Well, yeah, when Grindhouse, the movies were released, the double feature movies were released. This is actually part 2, but it should be part 1. Because the other movie, there's like the same character, the main character from this movie, the stunt double.
Yeah, Kurt Russell.
Yeah, he appears in the other movie as injured at the hotel cuando pasa la primera parte de la mujer. Yeah, like it's just a weird concept. Like it's weird. You
just blew my mind. I actually thought he. Well, I don't want to spoil the ending, but
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. No. Like the first part.
Oh, okay.
Movie, like that they're in Texas. The other movie is also based off of Texas, like in Austin. So salen en el hospital, güey.
Oh, and then that's when he starts with this one.
Well, I don't know if you heard. We'll talk about
Yeah,
it.
I know. Yeah,
But
I don't want to get too ahead of it.
so yeah, that's part of this of what's going on with this movie. So yeah, so this is not actually a standalone movie, even though it is a standalone movie. It actually belongs with another feature film.
Mm.
Another fun fact is, the movie Machete.
Yeah.
Okay, well, when they released this movie theatrically, theatrically,
Mhm.
they put fake um trailers for like Kill Bill, for Machete, for all that shit. Yeah.
In the actual film?
No, 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 like before the films.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
But they were released, like
Yeah,
if you
yeah, yeah.
actually own the movie, like the Grindhouse movie, que son los double features,
Mhm.
like they
Excuse
actually
me.
come in there
Mhm.
as special features, and they're fake trailers to movies that actually became movies.
Wow, that is freaking cool.
Yep.
That's cool. That's like the Easter eggs to for previews though. That's crazy.
Yeah. Um. So the other movie's called Planetary. Actually, I have never seen that movie.
I was gonna tell you. I actually now you intrigued. Now you got my mind
Yeah.
tingling.
I think Grindhouse. Yeah, Grindhouse.
Grindhouse.
Yeah, Grindhouse. Like the whole movie. I think it's like on Hulu or like on Amazon or something like that. Like you can actually watch the double feature film.
I'm actually gonna have to spend some time on my day off
Uh,
looking it up.
uh, but it underperformed, so they're probably never gonna come back to it. Even
Mm.
though Quentin has says that he wants to like reopen that type of cinema, or not cinema, but that type of movies
Mm.
again, together with Robert Rodriguez. Um, so yeah, man, that's pretty cool about the theaters too. About being a Grindhouse theater, you knew what type of
Mm.
films you were gonna go get, and it was adults only.
Mm.
Um, before we start with anything, oh no, well let me go over the characters, and then we'll talk about characters that you like, characters that you dislike. Um,
God.
if there's anything to it. This is actually a very different type of film than all the other films that we were talking about, because in the other films there was like a type of conflict between characters and whatever and whatnot, and like I don't know, like I was thinking about it. So another thing, fun fact about this movie, um, it is written as a poem, and then you'll catch to the reference of why it's written as a poem, like whenever the first part of the movie comes out. Like it's actually reading. It's written AABA BBCB. Oh no, DDDD. Yeah, it's written AABA, and then it's written DDDD.
Mm.
Yeah. So you know what that means. So the first
The
part of the
first.
movie. So the first section of the movie. So let's divide it into two halves, right? The
Mhm.
first scene, like the first main scene, and then the second main scene. The first main scene, the first part of that scene goes together with B, like with the second line, but the second line doesn't go together with the third line, and the third line doesn't go together with the fourth line, but line 1, 2, and 4 all go together. And then the other part, none of it goes together. Like line, or it all goes together, but nothing has to make like
Like
as
it doesn't
like
make sense
no,
at the
not
moment.
that it doesn't make sense, but it doesn't play out to a larger story,
Mhm.
which is the same thing that happens with the poem that he recites during the thing.
Mhm.
That's I went into looking at the poem
Mhm.
and like what happened with the poem and like why that poem, and it makes sense.
Wow. You actually did your research for this one,
Yeah, yeah,
huh?
yeah. What's up, BB? What's up, Jazz?
Oh shoot.
So, Kurt Russell as Mike Stuntman Mike Mike McKay, a Hollywood stuntman who preys on young women and uses his car to murder them. Zoe Bell as herself. She's actually a stunt woman.
Mhm.
Did you know? Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, good. A New Zealand stunt woman. Rosario Dawson as Abby. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna say
she's
her
a
first
Kiwi,
name.
not an Aussie.
What?
She's a Kiwi, not an Aussie.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I get it. Hair and makeup artist who is friend with Zoe. Vanessa Ferlito, and who is Butterfly from the first part of the movie.
Mhm.
A young woman visiting friends in Austin. Zitney Tamia Poitier as Jungle Julia, who's also first part of the movie, a popular a popular radio DJ in Austin. Tracy Thomas as Kimberly Kim Mathis, a stunt woman who is friends with Zoe. Rose McGowan, Pamela or Pam, a young woman from Austin who was classmates with Julia.
Oh, she was a blonde, right?
Yeah. Thank you for the follow. I can't see who that was though.
I do not see Elia Coast.
Oh, okay, cool, cool, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Gracias por el follow. Thank you for
Thank
the
you very
follow.
much. Thank you.
Yeah, that's the blonde one.
Mm-hmm.
Where am I? Oh yeah. Jordan Ladd as Shanna, Banana, a friend Julia and Arlene, friend with from Julia and Arlene. That's the other blonde that doesn't like to be called Shauna.
Shauna. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Shanna. Mary Elizabeth Winstead as Lee, a winsome young starlet who is friends with the second part of the girls, La Cheerleader.
Oh yeah, that's right. What was her name?
Her name was Lee. Oh, Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Mary Elizabeth Winston.
Yeah,
Yeah, see,
but
because I'm not seeing her here.
yeah, but she's the cheerleader. She's the one that actually came out on Stellar, the magazine, or Ella or whatever the magazine.
Yeah,
is.
but I know I recognized her from another movie. And I want to say it was like a superhero movie, but for some reason I think she was a cheerleader as well.
Sí, es un short descargarlo, pero gracias por seguir. Um, then we have Quentin Tarantino as Warren, the bartender in Austin. Marcy as Marcy. Ellie Roth as Dove or Friends of Julia. Omar Doom as Nate, a friend of Dove. Michael Bacali as Omar, a friend of Dove. Monica Staggs as Lana Frank, Julia's friend and drug dealer. Jonathan Loughran as Jasper or Lebanon local. Jasper, el del carro. El del white car.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, he's the one that comes out in a lot of Adam Sandler movies.
Yeah. There is a lot of feet in this movie. A lot of feet in this movie. That's the first thing that I noticed too. An ass in your face.
Mm-hmm. So you gotta love that.
Then we have Michael Parks as Ranger Earl, and James Park as Ranger Edgar. Marley Shelton as Dr. Dakota Block.
Me too, baby. Me too.
I almost like the TV. Fuck yeah. Ya mero. Yo también, en una de esas, cuando iba a dar el lap dance, cállate la boca, cállate. So from here, what are your, if you guys watched the movie, si vieron la película, what character was your favorite? What character was your favorite and what character didn't you like? Bueno, yo voy a empezar, güey. Mi favorite character, the way that it was portrayed, even though there was not a lot of character development outside of girls being girls, I think. That's another question that I have. Para todas las mujeres que están aquí, ¿así hablan de nosotros o de cuando se están cogiendo a alguien? Or like, if you guys like talk like that whenever you are like messing around with guys and shit like that? Like back then in your days, now if you're married, like you're married, right? But back in your days, is that the way that you were talking to each other about the guys? Or like is this just movie talk? Because I'm very intrigued. Porque sí, like, como hablan, güey, de que, pues yo no hice nada con él, nada más nos estábamos besando, yo estaba arriba de él y la chingada. ¿A poco sí hablan así? Esa es una. But my favorite character, güey, is actually Rosario Dawson.
Really?
Again, there was not a lot of things to choose from. It was either girl giving the lap dance or Rosario Dawson.
Actually liked well, I mean, okay, so are you talking about like did you like the character?
No, character.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So surprisingly enough, for character, I'm actually gonna go with Kurt Russell's character with Stuntman Mike. I
We liked
mean,
him.
yeah. I like the evilness and the methodical, the everything that he would go through uh to act out his fantasy, I guess, or his thrill. Um it's beyond fucked up what he was doing, but that's what I liked about him, like the fact that I mean, you're talking about a gory movie. You know what I mean? It's
Mhm.
it's not something anybody should do. But he played a very good part. He did a very good job, Kurt Russell, and Tarantino for creating this character and that mindset, that thought, that
You want to know how this character got created?
true.
Sean Penn was actually talking about Tarantino about how stuntmen used to, uh, how they would go about making stunt cars or stunt cars. So
Mhm.
the
Like
stunt
the roll
driver,
cage.
see, so the stunt driver wouldn't get hurt.
Mhm.
And then Tarantino came up with the idea of a like assassin character that was a stunt driver.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was Sean Penn, the one that brightened up the idea of Tarantino.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yes, sir.
That is pretty cool.
So, the reason why I didn't choose Kurt or Stuntman
Mhm.
Mike, it's because, like, even though he's the main character, because he's the only main character,
Yeah.
he's the only one, like,
Mhm.
but I didn't, not, Zoe Bell played herself. She was, yeah, she was a badass.
Yeah.
Um, I don't, like, this movie couldn't go forward or couldn't go anywhere without him.
Mhm.
But we don't get that until something happens. Because the whole first part of the movie, remember I told you AABA, the
Mhm.
part that doesn't fit in there is Stuntman Mike. Everything else fits in because we're following the story of the girls until his story comes out or
Yeah.
like his part comes out. And then we go back to the story of the girls and we go how this man has been terrorizing kids in Texas and things like that. And like he never drinks, so they just think it's an accident. But uh the what's it called, the ranger, el señor,
Mhm.
like he's like, these guys are killing him. He's not using a gun, but he's using his car to kill them.
Yeah.
So like we get a little bit more backstory, but like I didn't, not that I didn't buy into him because he plays a badass role. It's
Mhm.
just I got more hooked on like the stories that were behind it, like knowing that uh, Rosario siempre la hacían por un lado, güey, because she was like the mom figure type.
Mhm.
Like, you know, like, tú no, a ti no te gusta
Like
hacer
you're
nada
not cool
malo.
enough.
Yeah,
You're
like,
like you're more passive.
yeah.
You're
So
more
I
girl like.
enjoyed that little story arc a lot more than what I enjoyed
You know
her
what?
story
Touche. Yes, touche. Because she did, as a character, she did develop more.
more.
Um.
Like, she's the only one that had ups and downs. Right?
Mhm.
Like, everybody else was already at their level.
Yeah.
She's the only one that changed,
Mhm.
like, throughout the whole, like,
Well,
even the first one.
her and um, the one that was doing the lap dance, Butterfly. I don't remember her name. What was her name? Pam.
Mike is innocent like OJ. And they're both creepy as hell.
Yeah.
Um, the butterfly, you think
Yeah.
so?
Yeah.
I don't-
Because she gets there and she's all confident, she's cocky, and then once stuntman Mike starts telling her truths, and starts opening up her eyes, and at first she's holding back, she's like, oh no, you're a little intimidating, and then she starts suspecting him following them and blah blah blah. um I think she did develop a little bit more, and she got out of that uncomfortable bubble, and then went into actually doing the lap dance for Mike. And
but I think she did it because she was in a chicken.
yeah, she was getting peer pressure.
Yeah, I think she did it more because of peer pressure. I just thought everybody else was very monotone. Like I get it, I get what you're saying now,
Mm-hmm.
but I just thought everybody else was so monotone, like with their character. Like the
Mm-hmm.
character was already set from the get go.
Yeah.
And, like even the cheerleader, like we get she's like an all-star, like she's all that
Yeah, yeah,
because like she starts singing, like she comes out in a magazine, like you know that she's like the
yeah,
best
yeah.
one out of all of them is her.
Yeah.
Like, um, so so here we go. We already talked about the fucking
Yeah,
movie.
no,
We haven't
I'm
even
sorry. I'm
started.
sorry,
No,
guys.
you're good. No, you're
Yeah.
good. We all did it. Todos empezamos a hablar de la película. So, estos eran tres amigos que salían de. Nah, no
Nah.
so yeah, these were three friends actually. Their names are Lean, Shauna, and radio DJ Jungle Julia Lukai. They drive down Congress Avenue in Austin, Texas, on their way to celebrate Julia's birthday. The first time that we run into what happened?
Se me hace agua la boca.
¿Con quién? ¿Con Julia?
Yeah,
With the
Jungle
six
Junior.
foot baby giraffe?
Hey, I don't know. Anybody that knows me, I'm pretty sure does, and BB will let you know. I have now somehow grown a weakness to black women. It's just something else. And I used to, I mean, not to be an
No lo
asshole.
digas, güey.
Okay, well, never mind.
¿Para qué te vas a meter en ese
Yeah,
agujero,
so,
güey?
yeah.
¿Para qué te vas a meter?
Just know that I love him now. Hmm. Oh, but yeah.
Okay.
Let's keep going. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm getting distracted here.
Um.
Look at me, I'm
So
blushing.
like they're actually going to a town. They're actually the whole first beginning of the movie is them talking about the thing, which is the thing is
Sex.
everything before sex,
Mm.
like making out first, second base without getting any type of sex. And this is something that and that's why I was like, man, is this how really girls talk?
You know it. You know it does.
And then they're like, well, they're like, who, what type of guy likes a thing? And they're like, well, they like the thing better than no thing. And I think that's something true though.
Mhm.
Like, I'd rather kiss you than not even get a fucking kiss. No, not you personally, right? But I'd rather kiss than not get a kiss.
Does I like all kinds of flavors, just except manly flavors. I got flattered though.
So they empiezan a hablar de like getting to first base, second base, or what they were doing and things like that.
Yeah.
At beginning, I found zero interest in this. Like at the beginning, like the first time, remember these are movies that I liked
Mhm.
or that I like, except for Face Off. I can't get over it. I'm not gonna get over it.
That was what? Episode 2? We're at episode 8 and you're still with Face Off?
Yeah, I fucking hate it. Um. So, okay. So yeah. So starting off, I'm like, man, like this is not, because I still remember who I was watching it. We were actually watching it at the fucking what's it called?
Pencil time?
No, 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 güey. At the donde van al estacionamiento, güey, en Hidalgo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the first time that I watched it. It was there.
Hmm?
We
You
were
had
doing
gotten with me
overnight.
to work?
Yeah, this was a big flop. Like I was saying, like I was telling Lorenzo, it was 2-1.
But I loved it. I actually bought the DVD as soon as it came out, and I know I had kept it for years until I don't know what I ended up doing with like my DVD collection. You know, as soon as we could
Pero,
start
bueno,
streaming
pero cuando
and
lo
shit.
estábamos viendo ahí, güey, I remember yo tenía una pinche Whataburger en mi mano, güey. And I was like, bro, ¿cuándo se va a acabar esta chingadera? Like I was even eating the Whataburger slow way just to make it last.
Yeah.
Because it was not fucking entertaining at all, güey. But I kept on listening to the conversation they were having. Then all of a sudden we get to a bar, and then la butterfly sees a guy like stop in front of them. They stare, and like this is weird. And it's a badass car. It's a badass muscle car, and that's the first time that we see who becomes our main character of the movie, right? But up to now, our main characters are the three girls: Arlene, Shana, and Julia, Jungle Julia. Um, so once they get to this bar, Julia reveals that she made a radio announcement offering a free lap dance from Marlene, who is Butterfly, in return for addressing her as Butterfly, buying her a drink, and reciting a segment of the poem "Stopping by Woods" on a snowy evening. Now, this poem on its own, it's written A B C D C D D D. So that means that the first fucking part of the poem goes with the first line goes with the second line goes with the fourth line, the third line goes with the first line of the second stanza, so on and so forth. Except the last one, it's just D D D D D. Okay, so if you actually put it like that, the first part of this, like the first, because it's divided like I think into like 50 some minutes each part, or like yeah, like 50 minutes each part. So if you do 12 minutes, 12 minutes, 12 minutes, and 12 minutes, the first part goes together except for little bits. The second part goes together except for little like for a little bit. The third part goes together. Oh, the third part doesn't belong, and then the fourth part goes back to the story of the first one. So, for example, uh, the first part is them riding the car. Okay. The second time, the second thing is them getting to the bar. Okay, donde le dice que este que el otro. The third part viene siendo el lap dance. Oh no, sí, viene siendo el lap dance con la scene de donde se mata a la muchacha. Y luego la fourth part es donde está en el hotel. Donde este güey está haciendo esto a muchachas. So that ties it up with the first three girls. Because the picture that he has is of the first three girls in the car.
I'm not gonna lie, you lost me.
Okay. So the first part of the movie, like the first part of the first part of the movie. Okay. So we're gonna divide this movie into two parts. The first part is the first three set of girls, and then the second part is the second set of three girls, four girls. You get me up to there?
Oh, okay. So you're splitting it in two,
Yeah.
like from both.
Yeah.
Gotcha,
Okay.
gotcha.
So the first part of this,
Mhm.
right? The very first part, like all the four parts that belong in the first part fit together.
Ah, I think now I get you. I don't know, for some reason. Um.
Uh, we're barely getting started.
Yeah,
Actually,
we're just getting started.
we completely sidetracked at the beginning, so we're barely getting started.
Yeah.
Um,
And welcome, Mark.
yeah, welcome. Okay, so the poem is actually written in that style. So if you actually pay close attention to the movie, like you can divide the movie into like two sets, and then that set you can divide it into four parts, and then those four parts you can divide it into four smaller parts, and it's all the same. The movie like goes back to the set except for the last part. The last part doesn't make sense.
See, now you're gonna make me want to watch the movie just to see those. Uh,
So
see that correlation.
so for example, if you put the first part, if you separate it like just in four larger parts,
Mm-hmm.
um first and second part and the fourth part all relate to this group of girls. But the third part is a lap dance in the scene of killing. Okay, so that scene of killing doesn't belong with
Yeah.
the first, second, and the fourth part. Now, if you divide that even smaller, the first part, whenever they're riding the car, right? Whenever they're coming in,
Mm-hmm.
like you see the girls. The first scene of the movie is the girls getting like going to a house, getting the girls riding the car, right? Then you go into the girls talking about guys. Okay. Then you go into the part that doesn't belong, which is seeing a man riding a car and you facing at him. And then you go back to like you go back to the girls going inside the cars and being girls again. Like inside the club, inside the thing. Then you can cut it even short, or like you cut the next part, ya si te vas, güey. Like each little segment of the movie has different little parts that don't belong with the larger segment of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I got the popcorn. Who wants it? Right, that's popcorn. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you actually look at the poem, like if you actually go search for the poem, you actually see the way that it's written, and then watch the movie the way that the poem was written, and you're like, oh, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, like it makes sense. So the it's just a fucking brilliant work of art.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
I
know.
it sounds fucking
It's Tarantino. It's
No, no, no.
tension. I
But it
mean,
sounds fucking stupid
what
because
else
you
would you
really have
expect
to
from?
be, you really have to be into like looking at these little
Mhm.
details.
Oh yeah.
Because like there's little hints of things that don't belong. You're like, why the fuck does this not belong here? And you're like,
Mhm.
oh, well, that's the way the poem was written.
Everything has a purpose.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you get it, like, porque a veces la movie, like whenever the girl's sending the message to the guy, like, oh, I miss you, or I can't wait to see you here. Like,
Mm-hmm.
she's in love with somebody, but that has nothing to do with the little part that we were on.
Yeah.
And then you go back to everything that was happening. So
Mm-hmm.
that every time that the movie goes out, that means that the line before or the part before and the part before that belong, and the part after is gonna belong to everything else except that little part. So every little while it takes you out of the movie. You're like, why? But it's because it's written like that because that's the poem that they reference. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. And like I said, you're gonna make me want to watch this movie, and just to pay attention to detail at the composition of the actual written story, um,
yeah,
compared to that poem.
because so we're gonna go into even so they get to the once like she tells Butterfly like in the Butterfly like, no, I'm not gonna be like that, and she's like, oh yeah, she's like, yeah, he has to be cute, not so ugly, funny, que no sé qué, que no sé cuánto.
But not funny looking and
Yeah,
fuckable or
yeah,
whatever.
like le da todas las options,
Mm-hmm.
right? They get to another car, they get to another bar,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I think she sees them again. Butterfly sees them again. Okay. Before they get into the car, like before they get into the other bar. Llegan al otro bar, ya están con los otros amigos, están tomando ahí, and then the movie takes you out porque Quentin Tarantino starts talking about, oh, shot, que no sé qué, que no sé cuánto. You're like, what the hell? This doesn't belong here. And like the movie does that so constantly until you catch a rhythm to it. And like the movie actually has a rhythm to every time that it takes you out. So then she goes outside, whatever, whatnot, and Quentin Tarantino again, it takes you out of the movie. Hey, there's a light outside that's not turned on. Can you flick it on? They flick it on. You're like, no tiene nada que ver eso, güey. Y ahí está el guy in the
Yeah,
car.
el carro. Mm-hmm. The
Like,
rain.
yeah. So
Well,
then from
the car. The guy's already inside.
yeah, the car is there. She's
Mm.
like, oh wow, like what the fuck? Like she's like, no te dice que está pensando, but I'm guessing she's thinking like, oh, he's here. Like
Mm.
it's the same guy that I've been seeing. Like she's like trying to put two and two together, porque el otro güey llega por la espalda y la asusta.
Mm.
And we're talking about Butterfly here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, and that's why I love that part of the character of Stuntman Mike, because of that all that methodical, and at the beginning you're not seeing his actual purpose. You just see it as a random guy. Hey, you know what? He's staring at a chick outside of a bar. Hey, you know what? I saw her legs. I'm attracted.
No, that's not true though.
Well, yeah, I know. Yeah,
No, no,
you,
no,
you don't you don't learn that
no, no,
till
no.
after.
Because he has a picture
Yeah,
of her.
you don't learn that till afterwards. Till that scene comes up where he takes down
Oh, okay, okay,
his
okay,
mirror
yeah,
after the bar
yeah. But
scene.
even at that, because of what the girl had says, my bad way. But because of the girl had said about like the radio station, like if she's gonna get him a
Mhm.
lap dance, you still can be like, oh well, he knows who she is, so he's gonna want to get a lap dance from her.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, my bad, my bad. Ya me había brincado algo.
Yeah, like but that's what I'm saying. Like that is the part of just the methodical part of uh that I do enjoy of this particular character. Like it's just that fascination, that stalker mentality, that obsessive compulsive disorder that he has, that really catches my eye and my attention.
The car that he's driving is a 1970 Chevy Nova.
With a roll cage.
Oh, where we at? Okay.
But I wonder if the Challenger caught up to it.
Pero estaba bueno, güey.
Oh yeah, I know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's still a great car.
Um,
It was the 440 engine that Challenger had.
where we at? Oh yeah. So then we see so before this So before everything, like before, oh no, once they are already in the club, my bad, in the club, no, in the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, because they don't go to clubs; they go to bars.
yeah,
Mm. That's another thing I love about Austin, San Antonio. Um, you get those little holes in the wall, and it's not like here where it's like just downtown.
actually, there's a lot of little holes in the wall here.
Well, yeah, I know, but
No, 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 like not in a bad way, way.
yeah, it's
Like
like bachas.
no, no, no way. Like there's other little places here that
Really,
people
but
don't
like
go
with country
to.
music and like a little bit of everything. It's because I guess it's the diversity that I crave. Hence why Dawes says I like different flavors.
Mhm.
um,
But it's because there is here way, but you need to find it.
yeah, because like here, like it's either you want like you're gonna go and you're gonna hear nothing but Bad Bunny or
Yeah, that's why I was like, not those type of holes, Lorenzo.
not glory holes, sir.
Um,
I'm talking about like actual bars, you know.
no, no, but it's because there is little bars way, like you can actually go to,
Mhm.
and like you'll be surprised of what type of music they have, or like stand up comedy and shit like that. But you just need to find them because they don't get promoted.
Yeah,
Like they
yeah,
don't have
because
the money to be promoting themselves,
hmm
so they waste whatever they have on bringing good shit, and like you just gotta find it.
hmm
Like you gotta actually find what you like and actually know, like that's where you're gonna go. Yeah.
yes, this is true. Con que
But
no sea caballero.
nada, pozo es pozo. Eh, nada, estoy jugando. But yeah, like no, like pero sí hay, güey, hay lugares aquí para de todo, güey. Like, lo único que no he encontrado es vallenato, güey.
sí, yeah, like see, and that's
Yeah,
another
but
thing.
that's hard to find anywhere.
No,
Like actually a live band that plays it, it's hard to find anywhere. Cause yeah, I can go to bars and I can request it like on with to a DJ and shit
mhm.
like that. They'll play it, but an actual live band, it's very hard to find. Like somebody who plays vallenato only, not that plays cumbia, not that plays
Yeah, I was
anything.
gonna say. Yeah, I was gonna say because I was like in San Antonio. I know there was
No, no, no,
volcanes and they played everything. They played
no, no, no,
salsa,
no, yeah,
cumbia,
no, no.
merengues,
But you see, that's the thing. Aquí
vallenatos.
hay, no, aquí hay, güey.
Mhm,
Like, donde ir a escuchar salsa, merengue, vallenato, cumbia villera, lo que tú
mhm.
quieras. Pero
Yeah,
no hay un lugar para ir a escuchar vallenato. No hay un lugar donde, puta, me voy a poner hasta la. Sí.
específicamente puro vallenato.
Yeah. Hay específicamente de todo. Tienes S.o.V donde es puro pinche country, güey. No toca nada más que country.
Sí, yeah, that's exactly.
Tienes otros lugares, güey, que tocan puro perreo, que tocan pura banda, que tocan house, que tocan lo que tú quieras, pero no hay ningún lugar donde toquen vallenato.
Yeah, I get you.
Well, right now that you mentioned the ending credit song, did you guys know that the whole score of this movie was not original? There is no original music in this movie.
No original what
Music.
music? Yeah.
Like, even the little parts, like, that are just symphony and stuff like that, they're borrowed from other movies. From previous scores that the guy who did the score did. This is the same guy that did the score for Independence Day and Godzilla.
Yeah. Wait, what? He did the score to who and Godzilla?
Independence Day and Godzilla.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, but nothing from this movie is original, like score wise.
Well, I mean, like score wise, you see a lot of repetitive music.
Yeah, but like I don't see it wrong. Like
Yeah, yeah.
I
There's
don't see it
nothing
wrong.
wrong. Yeah, there's
Yeah, there's
nothing
nothing.
wrong with it.
It's just you would think that a Quentin Tarantino movie would have more original music, like for this type of film,
Mhm.
because he could have added. Like I think it would have done a lot more
Yeah.
for it than what it actually did right now, or than what the score actually did for the movie.
Mhm.
Like on special, on like on scenes like pursuits and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like I think a original score would have been a lot better.
Gotcha. Sorry.
So then after a little while of Magic Mike eating fucking nachos disgustingly and meeting Pam Yeah, that was fucking gross as fuck,
But
way.
that added to the character though. It added so much to the character. Like um it just
I don't know if it's the way that it was shot or what it was, but I got fucking gross
yeah,
the
because he's just
fuck
like,
out.
and then he grabs the napkin. But
No, look, they did not look good.
they're
Mm-mm.
bar nachos. You're not gonna get a good fucking set of nachos at a bar. Um, yeah,
No, like yeah, like I thought the music sent a nostalgic or an understanding, like like all of the symphonies are from original scores from past movies, like from Godzilla, from Independence Day, from other smaller films, or
mm.
from anything that the person who did the score. I can't remember the name of the person. Hold up. Man, I can't remember the name of the person for the life of me.
And you know what? That is true, BB. Um, he was sober, and even at that, he was still eating like fucking hog. But hey, to each his own, brother. To each his own.
Yeah, I can't find it.
I'm not gonna tell you how to eat your tacos. If you
No,
want
no,
to eat your tacos,
no. It's not that.
using a
It's not how
fork,
he ate the tacos with,
and
like
eat
the
the
nachos.
nachos. Yeah,
It's just the way that it was. I think it's the way that it was recorded. Way.
it was ASMR before ASMR was popular, bro.
Yeah. I get it. It was just hearing him like, yeah, like, it was just fucking wacky as fuck.
You sounded like a cow.
Yeah,
Como
like
vaca
yeah,
masticando.
like bro, at least be polite in public, like you know.
Hey.
But I guess it was more the way it was shot, way,
Mm.
because you can like if I guess if you would have shot it from further away, like we could have made a lot more sense, you know, because
Yeah.
maybe he had his eyes closed, way, maybe he was enjoying the fuck out of those nachos, but you just have his mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's drawn as a yeah, he is.
Mm-hmm.
And even to like the way the girls felt, like scared of him,
Intimidated.
yeah, intimidated. Like you could tell, like he had an aura, like in essence to him that it was not a good vibe
Mm.
to him. Um, so we do see Magic Mike. You want to see? Uh,
Does that is not what I'm talking about.
so what?
He's like, you're talking about holes in the wall, and now you're talking tacos. No, sir.
Oh yeah, the
Oh yes, that was creepy as fuck.
yeah.
Mm. But I'm not
Totally.
gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. When you do smoke, and or at least for me, when I'm smoking weed, and I exhale
But he wasn't
from my
smoking.
nose. Well, yeah, I know, but he was. Julia's like, well, if you don't mind, we're gonna go back and smoke our weed. I've noticed that
Cubo.
when I smoke, and I inhale or exhale through my nostrils, I have a tendency of wanting to sneeze. And I don't know if it's just I don't know, like I don't know if it's like the chemical component that's making me want to sneeze. Because I mean, I can exhale or inhale through my nose when I'm smoking a cigarette, nothing happens. But I do it the other way around, and it's like, oh, what it do? Grams, welcome.
So, we do get the part where he actually brings the shiners. Dude,
Yeah.
product placement in this fucking movie, we.
Hence why we brought Shiner today. We are based out of Texas movie, and how to do Texas? It's bold flavor.
Like
I've actually been to the fucking Shiner brewery in Shiner, Texas. Freaking awesome.
I counted. Shoot, I don't even recall anymore. It's icy hot.
Mm-hmm.
It's the whiskey that they were drinking.
Shiner, Miller,
Shiner.
what was it? Turkey. Wild turkey,
Wild Turkey,
wild turkey whiskey, Jaeger.
Jaeger,
Um,
Red, Big Red,
yeah, Big Red,
Vogue,
Vogue.
Red Bull without sugar,
Yeah, without sugar. Uh,
regular Red Bull. No, I'm just kidding. OG. Whenever
no.
they don't have sugar-free Red Bull, they get OG or
I don't know what that is though.
Geo. They get Geo.
I
An
don't have.
energy drink. Energy drink.
Okay, I didn't know that one. I know OE, Old English, but that's malt liquor. But I'm an alcoholic, so
Uh, what else?
I
What
don't know
else?
what
What
that is.
else?
Or a blush, like they called me.
¿Qué más, güey? ¿Qué más hicieron product placement?
Um,
What else? What else? What else?
I mean Dodge and Chevy.
No, pero
Prada.
Prada.
Mm-hmm.
All the cars. Facts.
Yeah, exactly. That's all I'll say.
Um, what else did they do? Well, Austin.
Yeah, Austin as a city in general, and
Uh,
Tennessee. I guess I don't
yeah,
remember. I don't
Tennessee.
remember.
Teledon.
What was it?
Teledon. Tennessee.
Teledon, Tennessee.
Let me see. What else? What else? What else? What else?
There was a whole bunch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to make that a game next time I watch it too. It's like try to write everything down, or maybe drink every single time I see a product placement.
So here we go to the little part that doesn't belong in the whole fucking movie.
Oh, NASCAR.
Oh, NASCAR.
The sheriff.
Yeah, and he says that he would be drinking something too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what he was drinking, but he would. He also said
Yeah,
the
he
name
said
of something
something.
to drink.
Probably like Miller or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Was it a beer? It could have been a beer. It could have been a beer. It could have been a whiskey.
Yeah.
Let me see what else. But yeah, I think that, yeah, like I'm trying to think. No, but
Ay, no, ay, Dios, ay, ay, ay.
No pasa nada, estuvo muy chingón, güey. Lo hiciste muy bien, lo hiciste muy cabrón, no pasa nada.
Y ya lo escuché, güey, porque la otra vez sí te sacó de onda.
See, yeah. I'm telling you, those little pop-ups really threw me off. I was like, what in the world?
Güey, lo dejé allá, güey.
Yeah, güey.
Hablarle al first one, al de 3-1. Oh no, you know what? Never mind. Yeah, never mind. There you go. So guys, before we continue, I do want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Los Rosales, HT at 956-360-9805. You can also follow the link there. Order your candies, guys. So I am probably gonna throw a birthday bash in November, and she's actually gonna go put up things there, more candies there. I'll be able to post up pictures and everything else from there. These are actually mango dots. They're the pulparindo dots, pero de mango. They're fucking good, guys. I cannot stop eating them. I cannot stop recommending them to people, guys. Their paste, their candies, their mangonadas, their fucking little mix that they have with Los Rosales hot tamales. They have like this little mix of carne seca, camarón, like badass, güey. Pepino, yeah, it's fucking good. Con salsita arriba, güey. Cállate la boca, vato. But anyways, guys. But yeah, go ahead, follow them, guys. Go, man, I don't know. I don't even know. Try them, guys. Just try them once, and then be like, hey, you know what? Quick, like you're right. Like they were fucking good. Just try them out. If you actually go to their Facebook, they have all their inventory, what they have, or their menu, and you can order there. They do ship. I don't know what's the charge for the shipping, guys, but just tell them that I sent you that way. And see what they tell you, guys. But go ahead and order from them. Go and order, guys. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. So the reason why I went into that candy is because we're gonna get a candy of a fucking dance in this fucking movie.
Oh, Jesus Lord.
So, pinche Magic Mike, ¿cómo se llama? Stuntman Mike.
Stuntman Mike.
So, Stuntman Mike Wing actually recites the poem, or actually recites the last four lines of the poem, which they all rhyme. If you didn't catch that. So, and she's like, no, well, she already did it. She's like, no, she didn't. So then basically, like, he peer pressured her into doing it, right?
And called her out.
Yeah.
I mean, he called her out. And that's another thing I like about Mr. Mike. That he's able to pick up those little subtle cues. And
Bro, no
just that
joke.
character.
Güey, facts. Este güey tenía el mismo fleco, güey, que el pinche stuntman de Nicolas Cage, güey. Tenía el mismo fucking fleco,
Imagine it
güey.
being Kurt Russell being the stuntman.
I don't
for it.
fucking doubt it, güey. I don't fucking doubt it.
That is hilarious.
But anyway, so yeah, I actually really enjoy this song though. Down in Mexico.
Yeah. What was it? Something Tex.
What?
The artist,
The Coasters.
the coasters.
Yeah. Yeah, I fucking love that song. Man. And it's actually talking about Tijuana, which doesn't make no fucking sense to this
Yeah,
movie.
since they're in Texas.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
we're talking about people from Austin, not people from the Valley.
Yeah, but it doesn't make sense though.
But they don't know the difference.
But anyway.
They don't know the difference between Juarez or Reynosa compared to Tijuana. They think TJ is all Mexico.
Was it Tijuana or was it Juarez? Oh, wait, no, I want to look
Now
up.
you gotta look it up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. What is it? Down in Mexico, right?
By the coasters. But yeah, I'm a big fan of like oldies, like 50s, 60s.
Down in Mexicali. No, sí tiene que ser.
Tiene que ser allá.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Baja California, so it has to be down.
Yeah.
Down that side. Yeah, so it doesn't make sense because Juarez would be. It would have to. They could have played fucking Noa Noa by Juan Gabriel, güey. Like it made more sense than fucking Mexicali, güey.
Yeah. Pero pues no te iban a poner una de invasores, güey. No mames.
No, not even that, güey. Pero pon algo más cerquita de ellos, güey.
Ya no van a poner a Emilio Nevares o ¿cómo se llama?
Navaira, güey, ya se murió, güey. Que
Navaira,
paz
ya.
descanse, güey.
Que paz descanse.
Yeah, güey. Pon algo like from here.
Texas.
Yeah, from Texas.
Well,
well,
Emilio
they
was
could
from
even
what,
play-
San Antonio, no?
Yeah, like from somewhere. But well, you could have played a fucking country song, way from Austin, way. Like from an
Yeah,
artist
true.
from Austin. Like you didn't have to go with. You get me?
Yeah.
Like, but
Like
anyways, but it makes sense of the type of bar though.
Yeah.
The type of bar, like it makes sense to what the song says, so that was pretty good. And then from here, like this part to the action scene, I was not interested in it anymore. Like I was interested in actually following the story of the girls, because I invested so much fucking time. You know,
But this last time that you watched it or the first time?
the first time that I watched it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, like this one, I knew what to expect. So
Yeah.
actually, it was this time that I watched it, or these few times that I watched it this week, that I actually was able to pay attention to all the smaller details. And I was like, man, like there's a lot of things going on here that like you're gonna miss.
Yeah. They're gonna go completely over. people's
Yeah,
head.
until you actually stop the movie and you actually be like, okay, let me rewind it. Like there was, I spent like 5 hours in like watching the movie the first time.
I
Like,
kept pausing. I'm not gonna lie. I kept pausing. I didn't take 5 hours, but I definitely took maybe half an hour extra. Like rewinding. One of those scenes was when she played that jukebox. That's what I was thinking. Tex-Mex something or Tex. I don't remember the name off the top of my head. I was tired and I was drinking beer.
but yeah, like the first time that I watched it again, like it took me 5 hours to watch the movie, because like I watched it and I'm like, I missed a lot of things, and I know I missed it because I know that this movie keeps on taking me out. So then I started watching it, and every time that something didn't make sense, I would rewind it again and watch it again.
Yeah.
And then once it got to the poem, I actually looked for the poem, and I saw how the poem was written, and how the poem now it has a comma, but when it was written, it didn't have a comma. So like there's context in there that the movie rewinds itself, and it is not set the same way.
Yeah.
like because it's meant something different from the first time that they said it to the second time that they said it, and there's a bunch of little things like that throughout the whole fucking movie. Like whenever the color changes, there's three color changes in the second part of the movie, like at the beginning, and nobody like it's very hard to notice. Because the first time that it changes to the second time, you notice, but you notice the second time to the third time that the third time is not the same as the first time.
So it goes like what, like a sepia to like a black and white to like
To
full
a
color,
fucking bright.
to full color.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
I didn't notice.
So a lot of people think that the first one and the third one are the same, but the first one and the third one are not the same.
I get you.
But anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you have a lot of stutters where the movie goes back, and you're like, what the fuck, like, and it's not like your CD skipping or like if you're not, but you're like,
Oh, you know what? Yes, it's like at the end of that lap dance, right? It's at the end of the lap dance, and it goes from like it
skips.
yeah, but it doesn't like the old school the old school.
Oh, it's because it was
the
actually
old
shot
school
like
film.
that.
Well, yeah, exactly. But like it's like if they edited that old school film where it was just the projector,
Yeah.
and then it's like they snipped it and then
Yeah.
they just
Put it
cut
together.
it together.
Yeah.
I thought that was actually pretty cool.
Ye-
That's what gave to me. That's what gave. I mean,
Well,
that's what gives it that Tarantino vibe.
Yeah, no. But if you go, so if you actually put together that with the poem way, because the one who wrote the poem didn't insert a comma into the poem,
Yeah,
like on one of those lines. Actually, in the first line.
yeah,
Like, so it's supposed to read something like, in the forest, dark and gray. With a comma, but he wrote it in the forest that's dark and gray. Like, so one of them tells you like the depth of the forest is dark and gray. The other one's just telling you like it looks dark and gray. So if you actually do that and you put that context of a missing comma into the movie, every time that happens is like there's a missing comma or like se la llevaron de lejos y alguien le puso esa comma, güey, como para hacer skip o para hacer pause. So donde se hizo pause, güey, entró la otra side del film. Like there's a bunch of little things here like that have to do with that poem, especially in this first scene that you're like, what the fuck?
yeah. It throws you off a little bit.
Yeah. Look, hold on. Wait, now, fuck. Hold on. Hold up. So what happened? No, go for it.
I was gonna say we didn't even ask them who their favorite characters were.
Yeah, we did. Nobody Yeah, I told them. I asked them. Like, let us know who your favorite characters were and who you least liked. So it was written. The woods are lovely. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, with commas. That's not how it was written. So it was actually meant to be the woods are lovely because they are dark and deep, and it became the woods are lovely and dark and deep. That's the difference between the comma. So it's the same thing with this, like that comma belongs at the end of that dance to wherever it skips to, like they're already outside.
Yeah.
My favorite was Jasper the Creep. Oh, Zoe Bell. Yeah, Zoe Bell did an awesome job playing herself.
Oh yeah.
So any notes on this part before we get to this? Before we get to the part where is the chase.
Where he actually chases them down.
No, not chases them down to whenever he kills the first girl. Because the first one's not a chase.
Yeah, that's true. So once again, the premeditated aspect of it all. That one chick at the bar, hey, where she asked Quentin Tarantino, hey, do you have anyone that you recommend
Driving.
Yeah, to drive me home?
To give me a lift or something.
Give me a lift. So of course, boom. He throws his keys, boom, hey, your chariot awaits. Would you care for another?
Oh, shit, you already finished them?
Yeah.
Oh, no, go for it.
Okay.
Finish your cut.
So he's talking about your your chariot awaits, and so he's setting himself up for his escape plan. Hence why I told you, like, I love the way this motherfucker is so methodical about every little different aspect of like
You
he
see,
covers his tracks.
Mark Rosario Dawson. Fuck
Oh yeah,
yes.
yeah. I agree. I don't know, but I think Jungle Julia still.
No, but like as a character,
Yeah,
not
I
as a
know, I know.
person.
Yeah, I know. But I'm not gonna knock down Rosario Dawson either. Este, but no, like the way he premeditates every little action that he's doing, and he sets himself up like, oh, like first off, he's not drinking. He's drinking everything virgin. He's drinking his seltzer water with lime, and he's working his way up to his big drink, which is a margarita, a virgin margarita,
Oh, virgin pina colada.
a virgin pina colada. That's correct. And you know, and the way that he makes it look like that one blonde chick, Pam, I believe her name was, is asking him for the ride rather than him offering himself for it. You know what I mean? Like all these premeditated thoughts, and just how he made them all fit as a puzzle, just blew my mind as a character.
I get it, but I just don't think. So the only reason about him that I don't think he was my favorite way is because he didn't have no arc.
Oh no, because
Like he was just the same all the
yes,
time.
yes.
Like and
That's what you like. That's the character he's portraying.
But
I'm telling
again-
you, like it's his stalker, compulsive, you know, it's just that
but again,
that he
that's the same reason why I like the movie, because he doesn't have to have a reason why he's like that. You know, he's just like that.
yeah
Like, I don't have to know anything about him,
Mhm.
like that he had a bad past or any. I don't have to care about
yeah
anything of
exactly yeah
order
exactly.
for
You're
him
not,
to
you're
be
not
a-
seeing his
that.
his
For him to be a
upbringing,
character.
like his that
Uh,
part.
Mark, do you think he knew Jungle Julia and the poem, etc., the whole time? Yes.
Yes, yes.
He like because
Maybe not the poem. Maybe not the poem.
well, yeah,
because,
maybe not the poem.
because he did end up like quoting every little thing, and that's how he got that's how he peer pressured what was her name, Butterfly, into doing the dance, because just like he had told Pam, like it's not eavesdropping, but so much as overhearing, which I fall into the latter. And that's another methodical part that I do like about him, because he's there and he's
Soaking
invisible.
everything up.
Yeah, he's invisible, and he's listening to every little detail. Like he doesn't need to be looking at anyone. And even when he does have to look, he's sitting right in front of the freaking mirror, and he can look back to that actual table, which Pam actually calls him out after a while. But yeah, no, that's what I believe he did.
Hold on.
I believe he did know who Jungle Julia and her friends were, simply because of the fact that he had those pictures in his it's not the rear view mirror, but like that visor, the visor mirror that he has, and he's got all three pictures.
Oh, whenever I'm playing something else, man, you get to pick the hero that I'm gonna play that battle with or that match with. Like, let's say I'm playing Warzone, you get to pick what character I'm gonna play with for the next match.
Let me go and
Hold
get
up,
us some
hold up, hold up,
replays.
hold up, hold up, hold up,
Okay,
hold up,
okay.
hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up.
Yes, I agree, Mark. He was picking up info the whole time. And that's why I'm saying, like, that's one of the things that I am obsessed with this character. It's just that
Oh,
mentality.
yeah.
So it's almost like Joker, like, you know what I mean? Like it's like like I can move in and out, and I can weave through reality without it having to affect me.
Wow, he's a little bitch.
Hmm? Yeah.
um,
How come I see it as
what?
like a whole bunch of stars?
I don't know.
You see it. You see it full on your end.
Maybe you don't have it over 18, way.
Oh.
Yep. Guys, ahora sí, güey, ya. Si quieres, yo remo.
Okay. I'll be right back.
Guys, don't forget to follow our sponsor, Creations.
Creations. Creations.
Mitos Creations at 956-457-2293 or on Facebook. She makes awesome cups, guys. I don't know if you can see them, right? Because they're not that close. But she actually makes almost all types of cups. She does guide you through the whole creation, guys, so like that you can know what you are getting. All of my cups that she's made, guys, they're excellent work. Um, she's made some for the people at work. She's made some for my friends. Um, and everybody loves them. Everybody's at least ordered one or two cups already. So I promise you guys, you're not gonna be disappointed with how she makes them, with the quality. Oh man, I don't have mine. I have a Dr. Stone cup, and she has new lids, so they actually like you have to turn them, so like screw them in and screw them out, I guess, or twist. They're twist on and off, but they still are like able like to like if you drop them, they're like your water's not gonna fall out or your liquid's not gonna fall out. So that's awesome, guys. She's always innovating with new styles, with new cups, with new lids. For any of you guys that smoke, she does have some lids that actually come with a pipe. Um, those are a little bit more expensive, but trust me, guys. Yeah, twist cup for safety. Um, but yeah, guys, like they are awesome cups, and they work perfectly fine, guys. I promise you. If I wouldn't believe in my sponsors, guys, they would not be in my show. I promise you that, guys. Yeah, yeah, like she actually did them for one of those like conventions, like with for pipes and stuff like that. So she actually has lids with them. Um, gosh, so man. Um, but yeah, like it's awesome. Um, the cups are awesome, guys. The styles are awesome. It's very very convenient. She has different sizes, like these. She has bigger ones. She has smaller ones, like the little circle ones. Um, she also makes. Oh, I don't have them here. She also makes like baggies, like to carry stuff in there. She makes other type like. So I don't remember what she told me. Like I don't remember what she told me they were called, but they're like totem bags or tote bags or whatever the fuck they're called. She makes those. She makes stickers. Like I don't know if you can tell. Like on our headset, we already have them branded. She makes stickers. She doesn't make any shirts. If not, I would have already got any shirts for the group. But she's well versed, diverse with what she makes, guys. And they're also maybe you have your own logo. You can send it to her. She'll work with it. Any type of styles, she'll work with it and she'll get it done for you guys. Again, this is Mito's Creation. The phone number is 956-457-2293. So, then we get to this first action scene. Um, I didn't think much of the scene though.
What? Why not?
I remember the first time that I saw it, I was like, oh my goodness, finally.
Estaba allá y un señor con lágrimas tatuadas en el rostro me quería oler los genitales.
Bueno, pero tú te defendiste y no lo dejaste, ¿no?
Señor,
Chingada madre.
What happened?
I was taking all the bad words and all that stuff. But yeah.
Oh yeah, so because I was telling you that Mitos actually has a top with a pipe.
Squeeze me. What?
Yeah, like for smokers.
Like a bong?
Yeah, like for the top of this. Like instead of the straw.
Hmm.
Yeah, or like it has the straw and it has that or some shit like that.
Well. Hmm.
Yeah, she did it for a convention for like pipes and all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She went to go sell those cups.
Wow.
Those are a little bit more expensive.
Me pelas toda la verga, te lo digo en todos los idiomas que tú quieras.
By the way, guys, that's one of my favorite rappers or freestyle rappers in Spanish. Follow him, Johnny Beltran. He'll make you crack up. If you understand Spanish, at least a little bit, he comes up with some fucking weird ass fucking.
I was gonna say, me pegaste los pelos, but I think it's one of my beard hairs.
Yeah, no mames, yo ni me acercado para
Ya
allá.
sé.
So this actual scene,
Why didn't it?
like, it didn't move me, way.
Why?
Like the person, the person that I saw it, I'm like, oh, like now there's actions, but now I don't want to know no fucking action.
Yeah.
Like
now you
now,
want the story. Now you want the story.
yeah, like I'm already invested fucking 40 minutes into the story, like of the girls, and why are you giving me action? Like I don't care about the action, you know?
Yeah.
So it didn't do anything for me. Like I wasn't even invested on the girl. I remember, like I don't care about the girl, cause
Yeah, because Pam wasn't like a big character. Like she was just like one of those like second characters.
like so I don't know if you want to describe the scene of the drive, cause honestly to me it was just they braked, they hit the head, they braked again, they hit the head. Like the girl was hurting, like she was scared, she wanted to get off. Este way fue y chocó, and that was it.
Okay, so the way it was for me, like it started off at the parking lot, right before they're taking off. Right before they're taking off, of course, you know, Pam se está despidiendo de she's saying goodbye. Yeah, she's saying goodbye to the girls, you know. It was nice seeing you, blah blah blah. And then of course, excuse me, being
Oh, wait, I just noticed where you burp a lot of it.
I do drink a lot of beer.
I've been drinking too, but like I don't burp.
Why do you think I require these?
Oh. Anyway, proceed.
But yeah, it's because I drink a lot of beer rather than Coke. Like on regular day-to-day basis, like I don't drink Coke, I don't drink Sprite, I don't drink anything that's fizzy, unless I am drinking, or drinking alcohol in that sense. But rather than that, yes, that's the reason why purple. I'm not used to it. But yes,
let me know why, Marky or Mark.
Marky. But that's what it was like for me. It starts off there, you know, she's saying goodbye to the girls, and then all of a sudden, you know, girls being that age, you know, you're thinking they're young, they're 21, you know, they're in their early 20s, and of course they still got that high school mentality in them. And what do? Ha 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 ha. She's going away with grandpa. She's gonna end up blowing grandpa, or she's gonna end up fucking grandpa. And they call her nickname, which I'm guessing it was like a slutty nickname. I guess she was known being a slut in high school or something, or being easy. And she was, of course, she flips back and she's like, oh well, no, like I'm not gonna fuck him. Like he could be my dad. And where Mike's like, oh well,
I can hear you.
I can hear you. Like, hey, bitch, like, remember, I'm the one giving you a fucking ride. I'm doing you the favor. And of course, we know that he doesn't go through with his actions because of those remarks. He had already premeditated them. But, you know, like, it helps motivate him and incite him.
Well, up to now, there is no reason to think otherwise that he was gonna do that to her.
Fuck out of here.
No,
fuck out of here.
No.
I mean, you'd have to be blind.
No.
I mean, even the first time first time that I saw it, that's the reason why I ended up buying that DVD.
Because there was nothing telling her. Like, granted, he was a little out there.
Yeah, a little.
But there was. Okay. Again, we understand what type of movie we're gonna go watch.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
You're watching a Tarantino movie.
You know
what?
No.
What movie have you seen?
No. But other than that,
does it?
no. But other than that, way, like, um, up to there, like, el punto es, like, what I thought. The first time that I saw it is, este güey las va a perseguir. Because remember, the whole part of this movie, like, up to there, is the part of him with the other girls. Because there's a picture of them. So that's why I was telling you, up to there, you had zero idea that he was going to do that to her. Like, he could have killed her chasing the other girls, but not just her. You get me? Porque la story no se trataba de ella, güey.
Yeah.
Remember, the final part never belongs with everything else? This final part doesn't belong with the rest of the movie up to right now. Because it wasn't him and her, way. It was him with the other girls. So, me personally, I didn't think he was going to just go for her.
Yeah. So like for me, it was all those subtle cues. I mean, heck, he had said it even on the porch of the bar, when he had approached them. Like, do I intimidate you? And he had said, well, I'm not gonna deny I am a wolf. But I'm a domesticated wolf or something. He goes off something like that. But you know, he's basically saying the same thing Al Pacino did with Scarface. I always say the truth, even when I lie. You know what I mean? Like, so to me, those subtle cues always, like, I was able to pick it up like that. And I mean, just the way he's acted so far.
Yeah. I knew he was. Okay, so let me rephrase this. I knew he was going to kill. I just didn't think it was only going to be her.
Yeah, you didn't think it was going to be her. You thought it was just going to be the three, and she was going to be like a innocent bystander or something.
No. Like, because she's like, as soon as she was taking the car with him, like, you know, she's gonna die.
Yeah,
but
you leave no witnesses.
Yeah, no. But the story wasn't her. ¿Sí me entiendes? The story was the other girls. Por eso te digo, up to that,
for fun.
Yeah, but up to that, like, you had zero knowledge of it was only gonna be her.
Yeah,
like, we knew that he was a bad guy. Like, there's no, güey, no había otra manera. Like, si sabías que él iba a ser el malo, güey. Like, we could see it from a mile away.
Yeah.
Like, if not, no hubiera pasado por enfrente del carro. You know, like, there was a lot of little clues to tell you that he was the bad guy. Yeah. Especially the score of the music. Like, every time that he was on screen, like, looking at him, it was like a...
The dark ominous theme.
Yeah. Another thing is, one thing that I did dislike was how...
Nothing. Baby's like, it reminds me of my mom. The scene was built incredibly. I loved it personally. It had humor for sure. Lore and built it up. Characters. It's a shame we got to know them so well, and then boom. But it was fun because the real characters are in the second half. Touche. Mm-hmm.
But again, up to this part of the movie, we don't know that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, we don't know none of that.
Mm-hmm.
So, now, the another thing that I really disliked was how over exaggerated he was in that part. Because he was already an exaggerated character. You know, like, he was, like, way on one side of the fucking spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
And then they made him even more exaggerated way on that death scene, like on that car scene. You know, and I didn't like it. But again, I was very invested already with the fucking dialogues that I could care less about the action.
And are we talking about the first time you watched it?
No, the first time.
Okay, the first time. Not this
time. No, like, this time I already
knew what to expect.
Yeah, like, when this time ya le puse más atención a todos los details.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Pero la first time que la vi, güey, like, it didn't do anything for me.
Yeah.
Like, it was just, pasó.
Mm.
But I really disliked how over exaggerated he was. Like, on that scene. Because before we even get, well, yeah, like how over exaggerated he was on that scene. Because he's not the same on the second one.
Yeah.
Like, not physically, he's not over exaggerated in the second one. Like he is on this one. Like his laugh way, like in the car, like the way he was acting in the car. Like, I just thought it was over exaggerated. So I didn't care for it. And again, this is the first time that I watched it. Like, it didn't. It didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Like in the second time that I watched it, I was like, ah, it's a dope scene. But again, it was not like, oh wow. Like
Yeah.
it was it was in bad way.
Mm-hmm.
It was in bad, like I can't say it was a bad scene.
Yeah.
But to me, I was already again, I was already even though I already knew what to expect of the movie, like I really liked how the dialogue between characters were going, and then I started paying to the very little, like to the very little details about the movie and about the poem and the way it was written and how it was supposed to be going and like shit like that, and I just became amazed of everything else that si quitaras esa parte de la movie, güey, no hubiera pasado nada.
Yeah.
Like to me, like you could have taken away that part of the movie, like on that scene, like that death scene, like it would have been okay. Like you couldn't have done this. You can't do the same thing on the second half of the movie, but for the first part of the movie, yeah.
But see that's where I'm telling you, like it ties in with the whole methodical thing. Because one, so like he tells him, oh well, which way are you going? Are you going left or are you going right? She's like, oh well, I'm going right. Well, that sucks. It's a 50. It was a 50-50. I wanted you to keep going before before you actually got scared, but now you need to be scared. And that's when
Yeah.
he starts describing the whole the death proof of the
car.
the vehicle and all these different things. And it was it so I get it where you say like the whole action part didn't take and it could have been dismissive with it, but that's where I'm saying that it's an essential scene, so you can see how he ties that in and the way he kills her. Because I mean, he could have easily just killed her and grabbed the fucking knife, stabbed her, or grabbed the gun, shot her, boom, it's done, over. But he's going in and he's playing it out methodically. How is he gonna kill her? So, you know what? Tie my seatbelt. Hit the brake. Pobrecita, head's knocking around.
Yeah.
What are her injuries gonna be? Her injuries are blunt force trauma. What was causing that blunt force trauma? You got the window, you got the box, the protective box, and you got the dashboard. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like you got a little bit of everything, and that's why I'm saying it. To me, it's all that premeditation of that action that gets me.
No, yeah, you're right. Like, how can I put it to you? It's not a bad scene. It's not a scene that I wouldn't that I don't enjoy. It's not nothing that I don't like. It's just I was about it. Like, because even at that, because even at that point, Lorenzo's in the mind of a serial killer. No, but even at that, like once you get to the hospital,
Yeah.
que el pinche, que la doctor le dice al doctor lo que pasó y que no sé qué, o no, que la doctor le dice a su papá.
No, it wasn't the dad.
Yeah, because the son of the sheriff tells him sis.
Oh, did he say so?
Yeah, he's like sis. Just tell him. So son hermanos. And now because whenever she leaves, she's like fucking asshole. And now I know why she says fucking asshole. Because what?
Tire on the face. Oh my god. So I'm saying. Mm-hmm.
So now we know why she says fucking asshole whenever she leaves, because he knows of all the deaths that he's already caused in Texas. So the sheriff goes through all the deaths that have been in the hand of him and his car, but because he's never drunk, he never drinks, they're all accidents. It's not manslaughter.
So that's where he pins him as premeditated, but he can't prove it in a court of law because he's got no physical evidence, and just the way that this twisted system, this
So
judicial
you see,
system
it
works.
did that
is-
part did more to me than the scene did.
Oh yeah,
Like because like por eso te digo, like on that scene,
that's why I find this movie magical.
like because
how
that
it
that little
just
part,
spreads.
yeah, because that little part of the sheriff actually going through the doors and whatnot and talking about it did a lot more for the scenery. And I think I would have been more of a fuck. There has to be a scene here that's gonna be blowing me away. And I think it would have been left with only one scene like that, and it would have been at the end. Way it would have been a lot. That final scene would have been a lot more magical than what it was already. Because I really like the sequences in the final scene, but you already saw something that could have happened earlier.
Yeah.
You get me?
I
So if they would have left us to the imagination, what happened?
Painted like Bob Ross.
Ross. Yeah, like if they would have left us that little scene, like just to be like, or a newspaper clipping of girl found dead with a picture of her face with a fucking tire track, tire track like on her face and shit, like that would have been a lot better, because then you could have gone like, fuck, like what happened? Next thing you know, because it jumps to 14 months later, you see the car again, like all like brought up or whatever, whatnot. You're like, man, I wonder what happened. And then tú hubieras hecho una puñeta mental, and fuck, well, anything could have happened. Like, imagine like the tire was like, la girl pasó por la llanta, que no sé qué, que no sé cuánto. Like,
Yeah, she flew out of the vehicle. The
Yeah.
vehicle ran her over.
yeah, like you could have done a
She fell in
bunch
the
of shit.
ditch, and it was just so.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Like, so, and then for the end, you could have been like, no, like let's say you would have thought something stupid, like, oh, well, he ran her over, right? Something like little. Y pues no le pasa nada al carro porque es un stunt car, right? So no va a traer dents, no va a traer nada. Y luego you see the final scene y ves todo lo que hace el ojete. And you're like, fuck, pues pobrecita la otra chava porque le pudo haber hecho cualquier cosa, güey. Like, si a estas que son tres, güey. Like, he's trying to get him. Like, to the other one, that's only one. Imagine what he could have done to her. And then that would have been a lot.
Yeah.
To me, like, that final scene would have been meant a lot more than the first one. Without the first one. But it's not a bad scene. Like, don't get me wrong. It's not bad. Like, it didn't add or take away from my thought of the movie. I'll leave it at that. It's a neutral scene for me. Like, it didn't add points and it didn't take away points from me.
Okay, and then we go into the scene where he's actually going and chasing.
No.
Okay,
You
okay,
missed everything.
okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, he goes into.
No, it's 14 months later.
Oh, okay.
So it's 14 months later, and then we're introduced into.
Zoe, or no, not Zoe yet.
Hold on.
You got
Lana. Wait, hold on.
Lee.
Hold on. Give me, bear with me.
Yes, we open up to more feet.
Hold up. 14 months later, 3 young women, a hair makeup artist named Abby, stunt woman Kim Mathis, and upcoming actress Lee Montgomery are driving through Lebanon, Tennessee. Lebanon. Lebanon.
Lebanon.
Yeah, yo sabía, güey. Tennessee. Where they are shooting a film together. They stop at a convenience store where Mike watches them from his car.
Yeah.
Okay, so here is one of the things that I told you. We get one color at the start, then it switches to black and white, and before that scene is over, it goes fucking bright. Fucking bright.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how many people noticed it.
I noticed it. I just didn't see the correlation. I didn't see the similarities in both scenes. But now that you're telling me and you're giving me the cheat sheet, I'm definitely gonna go over it, and that's just gonna add a whole different level of respect to Tarantino's
and then
direction.
during the whole time of the movie, to the end, it changes drastically to a lower tone.
Yeah.
And the only way that you can see it is on the cheerleader's color, because everybody else is not wearing a bright color except for her. So her color of outfit
Except for who?
for the cheerleader.
Oh, okay.
So her color of
The
outfit,
yellow.
it goes bright yellow, and then it starts
It goes
slowly
into like a
dimming.
mustard yellow.
Yeah, and you can. That's the only way you can notice it.
I didn't notice that. I'm really gonna pay attention. I'm gonna watch it again. I'm gonna pay attention to these little subtle details, and it's just gonna give me an extra boost on Tarantino's vision.
So here we see where Mike fucking what
Facts.
happens. Oh, take notes, Lore. So then here we see a lot more feet, and we see a lot more feet, and we basically get our characters. We get a brand new story, right?
Yeah, because it's 14 months later, right?
Yeah. So we get a brand new story,
In Tennessee
same
now.
concept. Son 3 girls. La única diferencia aquí es que estas sí son actrices. Like these are all famous.
Yes, that is one thing I did notice. One's a makeup artist, one's a stunt man or a stunt woman. The other one's an actress,
and the other one's a
or
stunt
model,
woman.
and the other one's an actual stunt woman as well.
Yeah. So at nothing happens at the convenience store other than getting stories again from guys and girls, like about guys or girls about guys. Like you get it's the same fucking thing from the first part, the second time.
And his fascination, and Mike's fascination for the group
Yeah.
of girls
So
prior to Zoe's entrance.
we see him actually. I thought he was gonna lick her, but he actually licked his finger, and it's just whack as fuck. Just fucking lick her, bro.
What I said.
Well, you're already there.
Yeah,
You're still sexual
Yes.
harassment. So
you're fucking smelling the foot. What the fuck?
yeah.
Put your nose to it. Might as well put your goddamn tongue to it.
I found all of this very repetitive, but I still enjoyed the story that they built up of their camaraderie. See what yes,
Camaraderie.
yeah. Like it was just fascinating to be like, okay, well these people are doing this, like they come together, they're all friends, they're so different, but yet they are friends. Like one of them is like an all-star canta, she's an actress, like she's I guess the main one from the group. Then you have La que le vale madre todo, which is la morenita de pelo largo or de pelo chino. Then you have Rosario
Tomboy.
Dawson, yeah, who's
And then you
like the
got
mama
the
bear,
girly girl.
the girly girl. Like in between them three, like everybody's so unique. A que las otras, güey, todas tenían algo en común, like todas les gustaba la calle, les gustaba la parranda, like, you know. And I thought that was awesome. That was awesome. But I honestly didn't find anything interesting until we get to the car chase. Like I didn't.
Well,
Like,
I mean,
no-
touche,
No,
touche.
nothing that I'm like, oh, okay,
Yeah,
like,
like
this
super
is
ecstatic
drastic.
about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No. Like it was, except for him taking pictures of her, but we already knew that he took pictures of girls because we see the picture that he took of the first girl. So there was nothing other than what's her name, Rosario Dawson's character's growth that something changed. It was the same person from the beginning. Like Stuntman Mike is still Stuntman Mike. The cheerleader, we took her away of the movie.
Yeah.
No, I do. Like I actually like the character building, but everybody was everybody was the same except for Rosario Dawson that had that big leap from being the stay at home mom or whatever, or like she doesn't like danger things to hey I want to go. Other than that, like the stunt women were stunt women, you know, like even they said it like we make dumb decisions, you don't, like we're doing you a favor, and she's like no I want to go. Um, the thing is, I didn't see no character building from anybody. Like from Stuntman Mike, I didn't see no character building because he was always the same. Again, nothing against the movie. And not, like I like the movie, and nothing against the way his character was built because that's his character. But there was nothing like, oh, he grew from here to here, or he's a different person, or he did this or anything. Like that's his character, and that's fine. Like for the style of the movie or for what the movie does, that's awesome. The only character building that we get, um, was Rosario Dawson's character, Abby. And that's because she makes a change in her character. But other than that, everybody's the same. Yeah, but he's also a stuntman, so he could also be acting it out. Except whenever he's alone crying, yeah, yeah, yeah. That comes to the end. Like, but up to now, like everybody was like flat. That's why I said. But I actually enjoy character building. I think I think all of these movies have had a lot of character building, like from the beginning to the end of the movies, except for fucking Face Off. I can't get over it. I need to get over that shit, but I can't get over that shit. Um, but that is true. No, and I like I said, like I was more invested. So we're talking about the first time that I saw this. So all the movies that we're talking about is the first time that I saw them, I liked them. Like to me, they were like number ones. Yeah, it is. It's gonna. I'm gonna put something from Face Off here. Oh, I fucking dude. That I probably will. I'll make one. I'll put it up there for you guys. Yeah, like it's fucking. I can't believe I watched it again. Like, wait, not no joke. Anyways,
It's good. It's good to. It's look. What I've noticed
you
from
know
this podcast
what?
is the different perspectives that we have uh, as when we were younger. Our perspectives and thinking and processing the exact same story, but now as adults, now we're able to pick up different little subtleties and actually be able to relate to some things. And it makes you change your point of view. Like you said, Face Off used to be one of your favorite movies. And now apparently it's become one of your.
I fucking hate it, way. Like I fucking hate it. Like I'll never see it with the same eyes I saw it the first time.
Of course.
Like never, no, because here we go. What was it?
It's because back then, Nicolas Cage and John Travolta were big
No, no,
actors.
but it wasn't even them and their acting way. It was everything
the
about
story-
the fucking
the
movie.
story,
It
really?
didn't even fucking make sense.
Dijo, yo no soy humano, yo soy de otro planeta, pero un planeta no es nada en las manos de Vegeta.
Um, yeah, no, but there's some movies that have held up,
Oh yeah.
like How to Train Your Dragon. Like I said, all the face touching. Yeah, like it was just.
Well, it's because those types of movies, in my opinion,
No, The Usual Suspects though. That was 1985.
well, touche, but I can't really give my opinion on the Usual Suspects because I'd only seen it this time. You know, like it wasn't one of the movies that I had previously seen.
But think about it. If you saw it this time, okay, so
Now I'm seeing it as an adult.
no, yeah, but think of well, like whenever I saw this movie, I wasn't a little kid either. Like I wasn't this age,
Yeah.
but I wasn't a little kid either.
But you're damn near half of your age right now.
Yeah,
Think about it. Half your age is
but I liked it.
Well, yeah.
So, and I think I like it now more than I liked it before.
Well, yes, because now
Anyway,
now
like we
exactly.
completely fucking sidetracked this because of fucking Face Off. Fuck, fuck. Güey.
It's all right. Don't worry about it. But yes, we're definitely gonna make it a meme.
Nah, Lord, the people were on some kind of drugs back then because the adults love that shit. I guess it was that 80s, 90s. Fucking no, but not even. You see, like I can't defend Face Off because you have the Lethal Weapon movies, and you watch the Lethal Weapons movies right now, and they still hold up, way. Like, and they have shitty ass fucking effects and shit, but they hold up, way. Like, ¿sí me entiendes? What's another fucking movie?
But I think it's just
Watch
the
Home Alone,
nostalgia.
we.
I just think it's just the nostalgia.
No. But watch
that-
Home Alone, we.
Huh?
Watch Home Alone. Like, actually pay attention to Home Alone, way, and watch Home Alone. And like,
That's horrible parenting.
oh, no. Pero like, watch the movie for what it is,
But
and then like,
that's what I'm saying.
and
Like,
go back and digest it, way, and it holds up, way. And I'm not a big Home Alone fan.
yeah, no, it's just I see it as we're so influenced by society as years go by, and we're able to pick up different perspectives as far as how you think.
That's
what
game. I
you
thought that was. I think I would wish that was real. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, woohoo, drugs. Home Alone is like being Jigsaw when he's older. Whoa, you know what? I hadn't thought about that, but I'm actually gonna start thinking about it.
Oh, you
I'm
don't think
gonna
it holds
watch
up, Marky? No,
Huh?
Mark. Sorry. Like last time I watched Home Alone 1, it held up. I haven't watched it anytime soon, but I think I watched it like about 4 or 5 years ago, and it held up.
I haven't seen it recently. But we're getting completely off track.
Okay. So yeah, so like I completely the, even though the dialogue creates the characters or whatnot, like I found it shorter, the second half of the movie, but I think I missed a part. Because they're drinking coffee at a cafe or whatnot. They go for her, and then all of a sudden we're at the car with Jasper.
Yeah, because that's when Zoe reveals, like, well, you know what, guys? I did all my research before I came into the States. It just so happens there's this guy sending this white Charger with a 440 engine. And it reminds me of, what was the show, the name of the show? I'm sorry.
What name of the show?
The one she was recalling the Charger to, or Challenger.
Vanishing Point.
Vanishing Point.
It's
There
a
you go.
movie.
Yeah. But yes, that's where it goes and transitions to it.
Anyway, I think I did pay attention to this movie.
And I'm not gonna lie. When I saw that first part of the first three girls, I could have sworn in my head, this last time that I just watched it, I could have sworn that part of the story was the whole fucking movie. So when it went into
14 months later.
yeah, 14 months later, now it just, I was like, wait, what? I was like, all I remember is Jungle Julia and these girls. And of course, I mean, going throughout the movie, I ended up remembering, but I was like, when I got to that scene where it was like, I checked the movie, like how long the movie had been playing, and I was like, what? It's only halfway through. I was like, what the fuck? I could have sworn with my life that was the end of it.
You see, something weird happened to me, but the opposite way. Because I went back to watch this before I started doing the show. Like I had watched it before. Like before, not today, but like before I even knew that I was making the show. Like I had watched it. And I thought there was 3 parts.
See,
I thought there was 3 parts.
You added an extra one,
Yeah.
and I cut one.
Like I thought there was a part in between this one, and between the Jungle Julia, and this one.
Yeah.
But apparently there's not. Like I thought that 14 months later something had actually happened to me.
Oh,
Like I don't remember the 14 months later. Like to me, it had three parts to it.
what's that called? We got the
Because
Mandela effect.
to me, because to me, the first time that I saw it, to me, I thought, as I remember it now, I thought that car from the beginning was the second part.
See, that was on me. You know what my mind would go to, the Mandela effect. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I remember now that I'm thinking about it, like I remember that the Pam scene, I thought that was the second part.
Yeah.
Like because I was like
Yeah,
the
I
second
think.
time that I saw it, no, not the second time, but the last time that I saw it before I started watching it again.
Do you think it's because of that, the way that how you were describing it, how it goes with like the poem with the A B B or the A B
A A B A
Bueno,
B
pues pedo
B
de que me
C B
entendís, cabrón. Bueno,
C
but
C
yeah,
B
but do you
C
think it's
D D
because of
D
that?
D D.
Like, do
Yeah,
you think it's because of the way
I think it is. Like I think it
did
has
it?
a lot to do with the fucking with the way that it's written.
Mm-hmm.
That like once you can again now I can see
Yeah.
why. But back then, like I was into poetry and shit, like growing up. But I never investigated the movie, you know. But it wasn't making sense to me, like why it kept on kicking you out of the movie and then bring you back in with something else, like you know, like and now the last time that I saw it, I'm like, bro, like something aquí no está bien. Like I don't
Yeah.
remember it like this. And then now that I've been watching it back to back, like the first time that I watched it, I spent 5 hours on it. I was like, I get it. Like now I know why I thought about it like that. Like, because now I can actually separate the movie into like eighths or like into four different parts. Yeah, like into no, like you can divide it in half, and then each half you can divide it into four parts, and then those four parts you can divide them into four parts each.
Yeah.
And it has to do with the way it was written.
Gotcha. But yeah. I like I said, it threw me back. Like I was I could have sworn I could have put my life on the line that when I saw this again, I was like, okay, that's the end of the movie. Ta-da! It's like, oh, credits, roll the credits, and then it was like all of a sudden the
14
second
months
part,
later?
yeah, the second part came out, and I was just like, what in the world? And like I said, going little by little, it started coming up in my mind.
Yeah, and like I said, like to me, the whole thing that was driving me nuts was the color change in palette or the palette changing of the colors throughout the whole second part.
Excuse me.
Like it fucked with me. Like it was just I like I paid attention to what they were doing. I paid attention to what they were saying,
Yeah.
but it was just like, oh, bro. Every time the camera changes, like I see something different, and I don't know if things changed in the background or not. But every time the camera changed, it looked different. Every single time the camera changed, after the time that it came back super bright, every time the camera changed, it would look different. It would look weirder, or not weirder, but it would just look different. Like it wouldn't look like the scene before. Like whenever it was a continuous scene, then yeah, everything looked the same. But whenever there was a cut in the camera, it kept on looking different. It kept on looking different until you got to the point that the ending scene looks like if it's uh late afternoon and it's 2 3 p.m.
Yeah.
Like it looks a lot darker than what it's supposed to be, like than what it looked at the when it started. Because yeah, it's a matter of like it's the same time frame because everything happens in one day. But si le pones las horas, güey, ponle que se aventaron 2 horas porque de la tiendita se fueron a
They went to go pick up Zoe at the
okay,
airport.
at the airport. Ponle que en el airport tuvieron 2 horas. Right, and that's very early in the morning. It looked like if it was 10 in the morning or noon.
Yeah, probably noon. Yeah,
Okay.
because esta muchacha
No, 'cause she was still drunk.
She was still drunk.
Yeah.
Well, heck, she was still drunk after they picked up Zoe.
Yeah. So
and I
it
think
had to be
cafe.
like around 10, 11 in the morning.
Se andaba curando la cruda con
Yeah.
la vodka.
Yeah, that she wanted more vodka. So then, let's say the corner store was at 11, right? 12 noonish. The corner store where
Yeah.
they get the coffee.
Yeah.
No, because they haven't slept, so she needed coffee. So I'm guessing it was like around 9, 10 in the morning.
Yeah, 9, 10.
Okay. So then llegaron al airport, güey. Ponle que del airport salieron a las 12.
Yeah.
So del airport se fueron con el güey. No, se fueron a un café.
Sí, primero se fueron del aeropuerto al café.
Ok. So
Se
ponle
fueron
que
del
del
airport al
café
café.
se aventaron otras 2 horas, güey.
Yeah.
Son las 2 de la tarde. It does not look like 2:30 p.m., 3 p.m. by the time the movie's finishing.
Yeah.
It looks like sunset. But it has nothing to do with the sun. It has to do with how dark the palette of the movie, how dark it has gotten.
That's what I'm telling you. Like, I love the fact that I love the way Quentin Tarantino portrays his movies, because it's not just in this Tarantino film. You can see it across multiple films on how he does those little subtle changes to foreshadow certain energy or scene or vibe of the movie. But yes, I agree. I noticed the things I just I hadn't correlated. I hadn't correlated from the first group of girls to the second group of girls. That's what I hadn't correlated.
Yeah, like this time that I watched it, and yeah, I do think I like these girls better, except
Oh,
for
yeah.
that girl that danced. El amor de mi vida, en persona. The girl that danced.
Oh, well, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. That's another thing I do love about Quentin Tarantino. He portrayed every or a different aspect of
I like the way you used ass in the.
the aspect of every different girl. Like you got the dumb blonde, you got the you got the smart witty gearhead, you got the wild tomboy, you got the outgoing tomboy that's still attractive. Like you start giving the prism or the different he highlights the different perspectives of what every individual girl is, and as the individual as they may be, they sort of fall into set categories, and I love it. I love the fact that he can bring them out, and then set aside from bringing all those personalities, he knows how to group them together into being an actual like little group of friends.
I think the second group of girls was more diverse than the first group of girls.
Agreed. Yes.
Yeah, like I think it was a lot harder to bring the. There was a lot. It was a lot more
Yes,
complicated.
because the first, in my opinion, the first group of girls were more of like we grew up together.
Yeah, and the second one work
was
related.
coworkers.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
They were coworkers, so they had diverse backgrounds, but they still got along with each other.
yeah.
As in with the first group, it was just like, oh,
We're
tight.
homies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're tight because we grew up together. You're my brother. Like, yo, I've known you fucking years, and it gives it that aspect.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else before we get to the final scene?
Well, our third
Oh, sí.
sponsor.
I don't know. No me lo sé, güey. Hold on. Let me see.
Well, while he puts it up, guys, I want to go ahead and give a thanks to
No,
our
click that
third sponsor.
Click on it, güey. Just click on it there. It's the third third one, the third one. No, like on the deck. There's the third line, the third one at the bottom. There we go.
So, guys, we want to go ahead and give a thanks to our third sponsor, OG Barber 956. Guys, when I tell you this gentleman works his butt off, I am not lying. If you guys, I don't know if you guys noticed, probably not because I have the headphones on, but I actually went the other day, got myself a nice little trim. Chino here was supposed to go.
Sorry, guys.
Today,
Not gonna say.
today. But of course, life goes unplanned as we planned it. But go ahead and hit up OG Barber 956. He's got you whatever kind of haircuts you guys want. You guys want tapers, you guys want fades, you guys want you know, you guys, if you got long hair, you guys want to dye your hair, if you guys want highlights, mechones, whatever floats your boat, I'm sorry. You'll be able to go ahead and get it with him. He does facials, he does massages, he shaves with an actual razor blade. Brother, I'm gonna tell you, when I go there and I get myself a shave, whoo, my face feels like a baby's butt. Go ahead and hit him up. He'll edge you up if you just need a little cleaning real quick. You know, you're not as fresh as you were when you first stepped out of the barber's chair. He'll go ahead and freshen you up, make you look clean. Does an awesome job. Highly recommended. I know our previous winner, did Isma end up going? Not yet. Okay, not yet.
But we will probably go Saturday though.
Yeah. So hopefully he'll go and he'll be able to be a testimony to not just what I know. So that way he lets you guys know exactly what he does. And guys, exceptional work. This gentleman that he does. And of course, you can always reach OG Barber 956 at 956-878-5289. You can also find him under Facebook under tag name Alejandro Martinez, OG Barber 956. Does an awesome job, guys. And he also does home calls as well. So if you don't have time throughout your schedule, just go ahead and set up an appointment. He will go ahead and contact you, set up an appointment with them, what time works for both of you guys. He'll go to your house and he will go ahead and do it. And when I tell you he goes to your house prepared, I'm telling you, this boy goes prepared. The only thing you got to put is the chair where you're going to be sitting at. He's got his cape. I actually had him come over to my spot, and he brought that big old O-ring light. If you follow him on Facebook, you can actually see a video of him doing my haircut live. So please go ahead and give him a shout out at OG Barber 956. And with that being said, let's go back to the podcast.
Yeah, guys. So don't forget just to follow OG Barber 956-878-5289. So, thoughts on final scene? Anything you want to go into detail? About the final
scene? What are you talking
about? I'll tell you why though.
Okay.
To me, there is no justice of anything that we can explain of how the final scene went that is going to actually explain what you're seeing with your eyes. Because there's facial features that we can't express. there is actually tension that you can't see, that like you can only feel. Like that scene is very. It makes you feel something,
It's
and
very emotional.
yeah, like other than yeah, not emotional, like as in you're gonna cry, but you like you have your feelings, like yeah,
exactly.
you have feelings going
It's
through your body.
emotional,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It's not in the sad sense, but it excites you and it makes you tense up, and it's like, whoa, what the fuck's going
Yeah,
to
so
happen?
that's the reason why I'm like, is there anything in detail that you want to go into? Because I think it would be a lot better to talk about the pros and the cons of that scene so people can actually go and watch it so they can have a fresh perspective on what they're actually seeing.
Okay, touche.
Like instead of us telling it play by play, like that's why I didn't want to go much into detail about the Pam either because to me it didn't do anything. But maybe somebody else, like they were saying here, like to them it was an awesome scene, like it was a perfect scene, like it was a well drawn scene, like
Yeah.
like, and that's why I didn't want to ruin it for this because there's like Face Off that I ruined for almost everybody because I fucking pinpointed anything to it. Yeah, like I didn't want to do this because I didn't think it was bad.
Yeah.
It just didn't do anything to me. Now with this one, I think that it's a lot of things happening at once that if we actually explain the scene, we're gonna miss things, and people are gonna be like, "Man, you're just overrating the movie,"
Yeah.
And it's not that. Like, I think the scene is amazing, but Peninsula, I still enjoy Face Off. Uh, yeah. Okay, so come on. Let me see.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you want, we can do top, like not top five, but pros and cons of what you liked about the scene and what you didn't like about the scene. And we'll close it out at that, just so we won't go into specific details like of it, so we won't, so people can actually watch the scene without having anything that we said into consideration. You get me?
Gotcha.
Yeah, because it's an awesome. Like to me, I fucking love this scene, and I think I would have loved it a lot more without the first scene though. Like,
Give me a quick sec.
yeah, go for it.
Make the call, brother.
So guys, let's do this. Let's do. We'll do 3 and 3. So give me your top 5 things about that scene. uh 5 things that you liked and give me 2 cons because like there's not a lot of cons to that scene. um and like that we can compare it to see how we did it. um let's see. Let me think about mine. Let me write mine down with you guys. So I'm gonna do my cons first.
Guys, I am very sorry. It's now that I've become a driver, um, I kid you not, I drank like about 2.5 gallons of water today. So just to try to stay hydrated in this Texas heat. So I'm like a freaking waterfall today, but can't help it. It's work.
Hmm.
So what did we ask him to do?
Give me you 3 pros and 2 cons, and I'll do 3 pros and 2 cons.
3 pros and 2 cons.
Yeah, and this is just about the final scene. Like just the final scene.
Oh.
Like the final scene will consist of when the 2 girls are standing in the front of the car and they're putting on the jacket and the gloves.
Okay.
That from there on it'll be the final scene. Okay, so to me it was, so the first one would be the two, oh, hold on. I'll put it on here too. Hold on, guys.
And Daz, I know you understand being a driver yourself. Man, you got to stay hydrated. and it's just stupid crazy. I didn't believe being a driver would make you so dehydrated, but yeah, sun depletes you.
So my first pro is the actual importance that they gave to the two girls standing in front of each other. No, I'm good, man. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. The two girls standing in front of each other, understanding that if any little thing goes wrong, they're dead.
Is this are you talking about the scene where they're discussing it?
No, no, yeah,
at
yeah,
Jasper's?
yeah. No, no, no.
Or when they're in the middle of the
When they're in
road?
the middle of the field, and they're about to do it. Like you can see it in their
They're getting
faces that they're
prepared.
yeah, like they're getting mentally ready to know that if anything goes wrong, that could be the end of them. Okay, even though they're joking about the jacket and about the gloves and shit like that, but they know, like,
It was my jacket.
yeah, yeah. Knowing that, to me, like that little part gave me the sense of, hey, these girls actually care about each other. It's not they're just friends or whatever, whatnot. Like they care for each other, and they understand that this might be the last time that they fucking see each other. You know?
Yeah.
Do you have one, or you want me to say all three on my
Uh,
own?
Well, to me, you hit it right on the fucking head of the nail. That's exactly what I see as well. That camaraderie, where they care for each other's safety. I guess I would bring this back when they're still at Jasper's, where it's like, oh wait, we gotta try this. What was it called? The
What?
ship's mast or
Ship's mast.
ship's mast, right? And how I don't remember her name. Not Zoe, but the other one.
Which one?
The gearhead, the dark skinned gearhead.
Hold on. Kathy, Kim Mathis.
Kim. Yeah. So the way Kim, of course, you see Zoe. Zoe's all pumped up, and she's like, "Gotta do it! I gotta do it! It's a white Challenger with a 440 engine, just like in Vanishing Point. I've got to do this ship's mass." Like, and she's throwing up all sorts of excuses, and so in my head, it's like having an ex-alcoholic friend or an ex-drug addict friend trying to relapse, and it's like, oh well, I know I meant what I said, but blah blah blah, and it was still Kim like, hey, shut the fuck up, you're fucking being stupid, quit fucking around, like, yo, you told me, you even gave me permission to fucking put you in restraints, like, yo, I need you to snap the fuck out of it and, get back on track. And, of course, she ends up being a good friend. She ends up giving in because she understands where she's coming from, and yes, like I said, I agree with you. It's that camaraderie that you can see that's stemmed down from their very initial friendship. So yes.
To me, the second one would be the camera work. The camera work, from the mirror, from seeing from the back of the car towards the mirror to see the back of the car, like the car coming in, to seeing them driving and seeing from one side of the car to the next, from seeing from the front of the car to the back, from seeing the facial expression from the front of the girl in the car, like just the camera work on that scene by itself, even though it had good camera action throughout the whole movie, but just the camera work that was being done there with the one shots, even though most of the movie was cut, there is some parts where you can see that it's a one shot from one side of the to the next, and I thought that was amazing, like especially on that last scene. Like that camera work is fascinating.
Well, I will agree with you. That was a spectacular job done. But to me, I guess the second pro to me was what was her name? The mom character.
Robbie, Annie, Zoe. Esta.
Yeah, I don't know why I kept wanting to. I'm thinking of Zoe Deschanel, but
No,
no,
it's
it's
just Annie, we Abby. What's her fucking name? Yeah, it's Abby, we Rosario Dawson.
yes, Dawson. There you go. So to me, that second pro was her switch. Her switch. As soon as you start seeing that act of violence, that initial like, oh, like it woke up her mom instincts, like her caring instincts. It just went from, oh well, like Zoe's just a fucking cat, like she can survive anything. Like previous to this, she had told her story about how she had fallen off that 7-foot ledge and onto a bed of rocks and jumped up like she was a cat, like nothing happened. And she was like, if I would have fell, like they would have had to helicopter me out. It was, to me, it was that. It was the fact that that she went into that mom mode, like, hey, shit just got serious. Shit just got serious, and I know she does this for a living, but this ain't role playing no more.
Yeah.
Like this is some real shit. Shit just hit the fan, and it's like that switch clicked in her, and it brought out that character. That was the second one for me.
My final one would actually be the cut in the punches at the end. How they were cut into each other.
Yeah.
And like
Went from one to another.
Yeah, like it was just a perfect cut scene. Like it was just like pam, 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 and it gave you how stressful the girls felt when they were about to. One of them was about to die. Like to me, like that said a lot more than the tears whenever they saw the girl fall out the car. Like that punching scene was, yeah, it was a chef's kiss. Yeah, that punching scene was. If you want to explain to somebody how good the movie was, you can play that last scene, and that exclamation point would be, or that cherry on top would be that punch scene. Like it's just amazing. Your final one?
Okay, so my final one is before the girls know that Zoe's still alive. What did you say her name was? Kim.
Oh yeah, Kim is
Rosario's?
Yeah.
Dawson's character.
Oh no,
The
Abby.
Huh?
Abby.
So the way she snaps in, so as soon as they crash, boom, Zoe's off the hood. We don't know what happened to her yet. I love that scene. Boom, she gets up. She ain't even.
Oh no, Kim. That's
Yeah,
Kim. That's
she
Kim.
ain't even thinking. She just acts. Boom, bah, 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 bah. Shoots a motherfucker in the arm. Like it's like it felt so natural. Felt like a genuine reaction.
Yeah.
Like, motherfucker, you just killed my fucking sister. Like, yo, this bitch is on. Like, yo, and she empties the clip. She empties well, in this case a barrel. I think it was a revolver that she was shooting, if I'm not mistaken. But she was quick at boom, 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 boom. She shoots her 6 shots, and damn right, motherfucker, you better run. And then that alone, that scene where both Abby and esta muchacha, yes, I agree, Mark. Yeah, it did make him a little bit. Oh, he got all fucking. Oh, he got shot in the fucking arm. It ain't even a fatal injury, and this motherfucker's being a little bitch about it. Oh, I got fucking shot. But yeah, to me, it was that where it was that camaraderie that, you could just you felt that emotion. It was like that Mufasa and Simba scene where Mufasa is dead, You know, like it just something gravitates you towards that emotional feeling, like damn. But then all of a sudden you see Zoe, I'm fine. You know, jump out on the fucking wherever the fuck she was in the west.
It just graced him.
Well, I don't think so because from my perspective, it looks like it actually punctured his what is it, the tricep?
No,
Tricep
it
is
was
the
to
one
the
on the
top
bottom?
though. It was to the top. Because
Okay, well, either way, and the only reason I'm thinking it didn't graze him is because the amount of blood that's being produced. Because
So,
once you get to
that's the
that second
same
scene,
thing I thought, but I don't think the director would be so stupid in order for that to be a error.
because remember he was still able to drive. He was being a little bitch because his left hand had gotten shot, or his left arm had gotten shot.
Yeah.
He drives off, and then that that next scene where they flip him over, he says, "Be careful, my right hand is broken."
Yeah.
Hence why he doesn't swing back while the girls are smacking him, because one, he can't.
But
It's
So-
painful for him to move his left arm.
so then there's
now his
two things
right
that could
arm
have
is
happened
broken.
here. Either one is an error, or two, it was a like it graced him. Because throughout the scene, when we're seeing the camera angle from that side, there's no shot.
Yeah, but remember when he pours his when he's drinking the whiskey,
Yeah, but
he drinks it like that,
but
and
he
then he
pours
pours
it-
it on this side,
Yeah, on the
on
outside,
this side. And when he was getting shot,
he
his
was
his inner arm was facing.
no, because he was like this way. He was like this on the car.
You're gonna make me
Go
rewind it.
go back and watch
But
it.
I could have sworn that the shot hit him from the inside of the arm,
No,
and then it went out.
If
And
it-
when
if it-
he pours that whiskey, it's on top, on the outside of the arm.
Because if it would have been through the inside, there's shots of him when he's pouring the thing or whatever, where he's moving the arm a little bit. You could have seen the shot on this side, and there was no shot on this side.
It could have just been
Like, because por eso te digo, he's like this,
mhm.
and then it hits him right here. Like, it has to be right here.
Yeah.
Like, it has to be right there. Like, that's what I'm telling you. It had to be a grace. For the only reason that I doubt that directly, like,
O sea, me estás diciendo que en todo este
bueno,
tiempo
You're talking about a
nunca te
Tarantino
hemos pagado,
movie,
güey.
yeah, no, but I don't think he would have let that go. Güey.
¿Y por qué chingados no me dijiste,
Yeah,
güey?
you're fucking
Porque,
twisted
pues,
now with that.
Yeah.
no
No,
quería
but
molestarlos.
I don't think he would have let it go.
Mhm.
Like, I don't think that mistake would have been on purpose.
Yeah.
You get me?
Mm-hmm.
So then that means that there's an error there.
See, I agree with Mark. I think I could honestly say it was a solid shot, like in and out. I want to say it went like right here, and then like went in and out, and then that's why he poured whiskey on the other side. I could have sworn. I mean, don't quote me on it, but I could have sworn that's what it was. Because I could have sworn that's when he had said, like, "Oh, wasn't that fun?" And he's just like he's leaning over the car, because they had fallen into that ditch, and he was like, "Oh, well, isn't that fun?" And that's where
O sea, me estás diciendo
him just comes out.
que en todo este tiempo
She's like, "Yo, like,
nunca
you
te hemos
just
pagado,
literally
güey.
fucking killed Zoe." You know,
¿Y por qué
that-
chingados no
that
me
was her
dijiste, güey?
instinct that she just
Porque,
snapped,
pues,
pulled out the fucking-
No quería molestarlos,
Pistol.
señor.
just fucking started releasing. And that's where I'm thinking.
Yeah, you see, because he does move it. And he's covering it. But he's covering it from like...
Go back to the shot though.
No, sale la shot, güey.
Yeah, it does.
No sale, not right here, güey. Because it's not the whole movie.
Oh,
Oh, you know what? Let me look for it. Let me look for the fucking shot.
yeah, because I could freaking swear. I can swear on my life that that was like a full in and out, just in between both the bicep and the tricep. It looked like it just perforated both his muscles and just went in and out, and that's why he wasn't able to move his left hand. Because if not, I mean, if it was just a graze, I mean, I would have expected this motherfucker to swing back at the girls. Um, uh, if it was just the grades, you know, like
Oh yeah, you look. Watch. It's the top of it. Man.
he is there. Mm-hmm.
It's just the top of it.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, it went down over here on this side.
Yeah, it's just
This
this right
side,
here.
and then it just splattered over here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Come
you
on,
said it.
guys. Yeah, it is on there. It's a little like I think it's a little bit more lower for copyright infringement purposes,
Yeah.
but it's um so my con, and I only have one Conway, is how much of a bitch they made him look
Mm-hmm.
at the end.
Facts.
Like that's the only thing I
Facts.
like, and
Facts.
but I don't want to go.
Doesn't
I don't want to go
surprise
into. I don't want to go into it though, because people are gonna think that's a bad thing. But I want them to watch the final scene and be
Yeah.
and that's the only thing though. Like that's why, like I'm very, very cautious of this movie because I don't think a lot of people have actually seen this movie.
And if they do, oh my god.
Yeah, like I don't think a lot of people have actually paid attention to this movie, have ever seen this movie.
Mm-hmm.
That if I speak or that if we speak too much negative on it,
Mm-hmm.
it'll probably impact the way they see the
Mm.
movie or how they think of the
How
movie.
they
And I
portray
want
it.
them, yeah,
Mm.
and I want them to go in there because that I really thought because of the way he was played prior to this, his reaction would have been different.
Yeah.
Like you get me?
Mm-hmm.
Like because honestly, he had them.
He did.
Like
He just he kept teasing. That's the thing. Like and that's the thing with him. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it's his. It's like an obsessive compulsive disorder for him to. He's like a big cat with a ball of yarn.
yeah. Sí, no, yeah. Pero, like, lo que, pero te digo, ahora me pone a pensar, güey, en que, eh, like, if the other girl would have, like, shown him a little bit more attitude, he wouldn't have done it.
What do you mean?
If Pam would have, like, would have put any type of force on him, he would have gone through with it. Because aquí no le pusieron nada de fuerza, güey, más que una shot que ni le pegó mucho, güey. Like, he could have, when he got shot,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because she missed a shitload of shots.
Yeah, she only hit 1 out of the 6.
Okay. He could have ran the car straight to them.
Mm-hmm.
And that could have been it.
Yeah, you could have T-boned them.
Like, that could have been
Throw
it.
him over the cliff.
Yeah. He would have run over the other girl, whatever, whatnot. Se hubieran ido, la chingada.
Finish the job.
Yeah, that's it. Pero a la primera resistencia que dieron las chavas, él se culió.
You know what my final thought was though?
What?
This last time that I watched it, my final thought in my head was
Guys, start writing down your rating and the reason for the rating, guys. This is going to be the final thought of the evening. And we're going to give our ratings.
my final thought for this movie was, what are these bitches gonna tell Jasper? Is Lee actually gonna have to fucking blow him now? Because they just totally wrecked his fucking car.
They're probably going to buy the car. Yeah.
They totally wrecked this motherfucker's car. I mean, for good reason, right? But that was the last question on my mind. As soon as those credits rolled, I was like, poor Jasper, this fucking hillbilly in the fucking woods. You know, he probably built this motherfucker from the ground up, you know, reconstructed it with original parts, with the original 440 engine, and painted it white just to match what was it? Was it a show?
Which one? The Vanishing Point?
Vanishing Point. Yeah. Like that was the last thing that was on my mind. And that's the way, like, I was like, pobrecito este cabrón. No mames. Este pinche cabrón, you know, like, he was easily persuaded to,
Yeah.
I gotta talk to your friend, and
Yeah,
you're gonna
yeah,
take my fucking car out. Like, no mames. No mames. If you're that gullible, like, pobrecito este vato. Pero,
Rating?
for me,
Well, sí, güey.
this gets an 11 on my book. An 11 out of 10. Let alone a Quentin Tarantino movie. I am a big fan of gore, slash, and all that raunchy shit. It's the artistry in it for me. And the simple fact that you were able to pull out different artistic points of view of Quentin Tarantino's direction and production of this movie, like, just blew my mind. Shit that actually went over my head, like that alone. I was gonna give it a 9, but because you gave me all those little points and now things that I'm gonna actually have to look back and that went completely over my head, that's what made me give it an 11.
Me personally, I don't even. This is not my favorite Tarantino movie.
Oh, this ain't my favorite Tarantino movie either.
But from what I saw, way.
Rating it now.
Yeah,
Rating
yeah,
it
no,
now.
no, por eso, like, rating it now that I saw it this last time, I have to go with the 8.5.
8.5. Still
Yeah.
a very good rating.
8.5. Reason being is the reason why I'm giving it. It was gonna be a 7.5 before I watched it again. The reason why I gave it an actual 8.5 is because I actually had to fucking do some work for it. Because of the poem and because of the way it was written.
Yeah.
And then those 5 hours made it. So this movie was an hour and 40 minutes, an hour and 50 minutes, or an hour and 40 minutes with
Yeah, something like that.
with the
Just
action.
under 2 hours.
Yeah, with everything without the credits. And it took me 5 hours to watch it the last time that I saw it, or the first time that I rewatched it this week. And those 5 hours that I took me to rewatch, like, I saw the movie completely different. But I think the first time that I saw it to this time that I saw it, this time it's a lower rating though. I enjoyed it
Really?
more the first time.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
I enjoyed it more the first time.
So
Like,
what
to
do
me,
you think you would have rated it before this? If you rated this an 8.5 right now,
it would have been a 5. It would have been a 9. I'm sorry, 9.5.
Okay.
But to me, it was nothing that I had ever seen before the first time that I saw it.
Yeah. Tarantino's vision is,
But then I went
Unique.
to watch more Tarantino's movie, and I don't think this was even in my top 3.
oh no, hell no. This might be one of Tarantino's, like, most underrated movies. And what I mean by that, not saying that Tarantino's movies are shit, but exactly the contrary to that. I feel like as if I would give every Tarantino movie a rating of 8 and above, and nothing less. Just a simple way he envisions scenes. To me, he's more of like the modern day Spielberg. You know what I mean? Like, Spielberg's got the sci-fi futuristic point of view where Tarantino has the old school, gruesome, nasty,
for what
gutsy
like
scenes, like
for what this movie is, right?
oh,
It's
Hateful Eight.
it's
Ugh.
it, I really digged it for what this movie was, particularly on its own. Uh, I don't think I've ever enjoyed a movie like this. Actually, I haven't even watched another movie like this, or or close to, or in reference to the way this movie was portrayed to me in my eyes.
Yeah.
But other than that, guys, oh, about next Thursday, we might miss next Thursday.
For the first time, not my fault.
Yeah, no, I have to work next Thursday, guys. So we might miss next Thursday. So we're probably gonna have to make it up to you guys. Probably the Thursday after that, we'll just do 2 movies at once.
Sounds good with me.
Yeah, so come prepared for a long ass night.
I will definitely try. Hold on, give me a quick second because I know I've got a concert to go to. With BB and Dawes Gamer.
Press. So guys, yeah, we can talk about that later.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'll let you guys know anyways. If you follow me on here or on Discord, I'll put it on there for next week. If not, if we do actually do it this Sunday, well then I'll let you know. But the next movie is actually gonna be Blade, guys.
What another fucking
We're gonna Blade, the first one. So I believe it's no longer on HBO Max. I think it's gonna go to Netflix. If not Netflix, Disney Plus. But it should be free somewhere. But other than that, guys, I hope you guys have an awesome night. Don't forget, every Thursday we're here. Week 10, we're gonna go ahead and give one of these 3 out. Week 11 is the haircut, and then week 15 we're gonna go out and give the rest. Once we reach 15 new subscriptions on the show or for the show, guys, we're gonna go ahead and give out a Xbox Series S. So go ahead and subscribe, guys. Remember, new subscriptions. If you keep on resubscribing, thank you guys so much. It really helps. Share the podcast, guys. Share what we do.
Share with your friends, your family, anybody.
Yeah,
anybody that likes movies.
Yeah. For season 2, guys. Hopefully we keep this straight. We'll probably take like 2-3 weeks off, and then we'll come straight back for season 2, guys. Remember the rules to watch a movie. It has to be at least 8 years old. So if we're in 2022, it has to be released to 2014, whatever month we're on. So just let us know, and we'll go ahead and watch it. For season 2, guys, it's gonna be any type of movie. Just let us know what movie you guys want us to watch. We'll pick out a list. Like if we get a bunch of them, we'll draw 15 movies or the last 14 movies to come out. We'll choose those 14s, then we'll choose the order for it, and from there on, we'll give out the list. We'll have like a get together, like a sit down like this, and we'll talk about the movies. We'll talk about the synopsis of the movies, and we'll let you know what week and what day we're doing it. And that'll be the start. That'll be the end of season 1 to season 2, like the mid, I guess, like a mid season show.
Like a midterm.
Yeah, like a mid-season show, and it'll be just to give you the slate of movies for the following season. And then we'll continue like that, guys. And if we come up with another show, well, then we'll come up with another show. I am looking for other people to collaborate, usually for anime and series. So if you guys want to join, just let us know. Other than that, guys, thank you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of the week, and have a great weekend.
Thank you very much. Good
Night.